All right, welcome, guys. Happy Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. Cheers. I got my Vader mug uh, in preparation for Rogue One, which I already got my tickets for this weekend, so fired up about that for all you Star Wars fans out there. Man, we're here again with the weekly webinar series. I'm one of your co-hosts, Daniel Kump. I got my is having a little bit of technical difficulties, but hopefully he'll get his mic up and running and be able to add some value as we always do. So first and foremost, you guys are ready for an amazing webinar tonight because we have a very special guest, Brian Dixon, Facebook God, Facebook genius, Facebook guru, whatever you want to call him, but the man, the myth, the legend. And we are going to blind you guys with science and just melt your faces off with value tonight. So that being said, before we get going, okay, what I want you guys to do is have a pen, be prepared to take some notes because there's going to be some absolutely amazing value tonight, okay? So make sure that you guys take notes and shut off all distractions. If you guys are watching this on a tablet or a MacBook, a desktop computer, shut your phone off, shut all other tabs off, and just focus on what's going on right now because the value, and I'm not even kidding you, I'm not even fucking around here, like the value that you guys are going to get out of this webinar. And as you guys have seen from some of our last webinars that Nick and I have done, they just kind of keep getting better and better with more and more value. And tonight is going to set the bar about as high as we can get it. So I want you guys to pay attention, take copious notes, and be ready to rock your business and get your business ready for takeoff in 2017. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So that being said, guys, hopefully you guys know this, but if not, my name is Daniel Kump. I've been in and around the network marketing space for the last 15 years. I am 39 years old. And back in the springtime, I was with network marketing. I was literally in a shopping mall, the Manchester Mall, right up the street there, passing out business cards, trying to strike up conversations, doing whatever I could to really generate my market, you know, going into the cold market and doing family. And I ended up doing some research on YouTube, and I found this guy, Nick Anderson, and I just really, his style, he was very informative and very educational and also very motivational, inspirational, and I liked the style a lot, and I ended up connecting with him. He introduced me to this business called Digital Altitude, and you know, that's not really what tonight is about, but specifically with that business, I was able to actually make a decision. You know, my wife and I were just sitting right downstairs back in July, and we were both, I was staring at a pile of bills and she was staring at a pile of, because our son has a lot of complications. He's almost 3 years old and still doesn't officially have a technical diagnosis yet. However, hospital bills are starting to catch up and go into collections and everything like that. And in July, I finally made a decision to go all in, stop dipping my toes in the water and really just go for it. And I can tell you, ever since I made that decision, nothing has stopped me because I've had more success in the last 5 months than I have in the last 15 years. And one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight is how I'm having some of that success, as well as Nick, Facebook advertising. And you know how we use it to literally just generate endless leads every single day and targeted leads, all on autopilot. So we have leads and sales coming in literally while we sleep, or you know, while I take my son to an appointment. And you guys are going to get to see all of that, the behind the scenes stuff. And then at the end, we're also going to share some real life results and talk about, you know, how you guys can use this to really just take your business to a whole new level. So that being said, Nick, are you volume yet? Nope. All right. So at this point, I want to introduce the man, the myth, the legend. Brian, why don't you just, real quick before you get going, man, why don't you just take us through, you know, your experience in the online marketing space and, you know, how long you've been doing it and some of the results that you've had. And then obviously you can just jump right in there to some of the content that you have for us.
Right on, right on. Thank you, Daniel. And Nick, unfortunately, he's having some technical difficulties as Daniel said there, but I'm just grateful to be here with you guys. And it's just, you know, I really love just being able to come on and hop on to webinars like these and just be able to deliver value because, No, I started, I think it was almost 3 years ago now in the online space. And since then, making that decision, my life has completely changed. I mean, it's gone from, where I was working for my family company at the time, working a 9-to-5 job. It was nothing bad. I mean, it was a great position. I had lots of benefits working for a family company, but I just wasn't passionate about what I was doing. And I was actually at a point in my life where my girlfriend at the time, who's, you might hear about a little bit later, is she actually dragged me to Australia for the year. And within that time, like, I literally just found this passion for traveling, just meeting people, and just experiencing new experiences. And I really got a taste of just like what life is all about, not having to, again, just worry about paying the bills or going to work, being behind a desk job for me, every single day, just doing something I wasn't passionate about. But, when I came across a mentor online, just like you, Daniel, I came across a guy named, Justin Berengia, and he was just, he was traveling, doing the exact same thing I wanted to do. He had an online business doing, multiple 6 figures a year. And he was just a great guy, just connected with him. And when I reached out to him, he just, kind of showed me a blueprint. And it's a blueprint that I took over that next year. And it actually took me a year. So, you've seen some incredible results, Dan. I've seen your results, and they're just amazing what you've done in 5 months, implementing what I'm going to share tonight. But it took me over a year just to be able to see like a single result. And this is actually after spending thousands of dollars, investing in myself and educational products and all this kind of stuff that I'm sure like a lot of us have done. But it took me 1 year of plugging into this blueprint to actually, really just really generate a result. And I recognized over that year that it wasn't really the blueprint that was like holding me back from the result. It was actually just myself. And it had a lot to do with my mindset, it had a lot to do with everything at the time. But when I truly committed to this blueprint, was he able to come on?
Nick, you got some volume there? Nope, sorry, the screen went over to you, so I thought you had some volume.
That's all good. But it was literally like 3 months after plugging into this blueprint that I'm going to share with you that, I replaced my income at my family business, which was about $3,000 a month. And I was actually making $5,000 a month, my online business 3 months later. And since that point is January 1st of 2014, I think it was 2014. I took off traveling the world full time and working my online business. And since then, if I'm earning, $5,000 a month to, the next month earning 7 to 10 to 12 to 20 to 25 to 27 to way over that to now, we've had biggest months of $150,000 online just through, again, this simple funnel I'm going to share with you guys tonight. And that was all with, again, just committing to one direction, one path. And it was really the online space and this and plugging into like this information and really just taking it and running with it that really, absolutely changed my life. So I have a bunch of slides for you guys. So why don't I dive into the slides and we'll go into that. So let me just pull this up here.
Doing that, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's on us. We're well up over 100 people right now, and I can see it's slowly starting to climb because usually it takes a few people to get logged on and get ready. So guys, just say hi and let us know where you guys are from. And I love seeing people from all over the world. So I can already see a few people in the box here have kind of chimed in and said, hey, so give us a shout, let us know where you guys are from, and then we'll get right into the content. And again, I hope you guys pay attention here because if you guys take some notes and you're going to remember it a lot better, and there's going to be some amazing value and content here tonight. So get ready.
Yeah, I'm ready to dive into the slides. Yeah, guys, just get pen and paper ready because just Daniel said, like, this is going to be, I'm going to just pull up a lot of content tonight. I mean, I can talk forever about my story and how I got started in this, but I'm really just want to dive into the content because within that, I'm going to share a lot of that, and it's really going to just tie it all together. So just like Daniel said, I started off, with an opportunity selling an affiliate product online, and within 2 years, generated close to $500,000 online just selling like an affiliate product with one funnel while traveling the world full time. And this one funnel I'm going to share with you guys tonight, we've generated over $700,000 with in the past 12 months alone. And again, just following this blueprint. So get a pen and paper out, guys. So we're going to dive into this, and you're going to hear more about me in this funnel and then or in the slides. And we're going to just, again, I'm going to drop a lot of golden nuggets tonight. So I'm just excited because this type of information is what, again, changed my life. It's changed Daniel's life. If you guys, and Nick's life, if you guys just plug into this stuff and you just take it and you just master it, it's something that, is it's just incredible what it can do for you. So let me just pull these screens up here for you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, we got people chiming in here. I mean, literally, Canada, New York, Tennessee, Toronto. Amazing. I think I saw maybe even a Malaysia and a Minnesota, Michigan.
Cool. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, man, you're good, dude.
Cool, guys. Awesome. So let's just dive right into this. Sorry, I'm trying to. Cool. So what I like to call this the simple funnel. So this simple funnel is how I generated over $724,956 in sales using this one funnel. So, you know, this webinar is going to be completely value packed, and I'm going to give away basically everything, you know, you need to know in terms of how to attract the perfect customer into your business. You know, those who want to learn how to deliver value in a cool way that people love, and those wanting truly an endless stream of leads and sales inside of their business. So today you'll discover, you know, why Facebook is the #1 platform to market a business today. As you heard, you know, Daniel and Nick say, this is how they've built their business. And over the past, you know, 2 years, this is exactly how I've built my $1 million business. So I'm going to teach you how automated systems, how creating a simple funnel, one simple funnel can free up your time. And I'm going to give you the simple funnel formula to generating 10 to 20 leads daily online. And I like to use 10 to 20 leads because, you know, that was the initial goal when I first got started, and it was literally generating 20 leads a day, you know, for 3 months that, you know, created a $5,000 a month, you know, income for me online. So this is completely newbie friendly. And, you know, I want to use Daniel as a great result. You know, learn how Daniel generates a consistent flow of automated leads and sales daily into his business through one cool, simple 3-step process while building an audience and brand where people will buy from him for life. So this is one of my testimonials. This is actually the mentor I was talking about, Justin Varengi, and this is a really cool story. So like I said, as I got started, this guy is who taught me what I know today, and I just kind of took it and ran with it over the past 2 years and really developed something that was able to take somebody's business and just generate, like we said, a consistent amount of leads and sales. So I became, you know, his student for over a year, and then eventually I became the teacher, and he became one of my clients. And after working with myself, you know, him and his wife were able to generate over 19,000 leads together using Facebook advertising at $1 or less per lead. And this was over a 6-month period. And within one of those months, we generated over 997 front-end sales into the opportunity he was in at the time. So it shows you the power of this information. So before we go in any further, you know, big fat income disclaimer, results are not typical. I don't know if you're going to actually take this information and apply it into your life and into your business, but if you do and you follow this, you will see results. So, you know, I hope you got that pen and paper out and you're just as excited as I am just to dive into this and really take this and run with it. So the truth is, you know, people are still unaware of how easy it is to set up a business online in 2016. It's actually never been easier to build a business online in any niche using a platform like Facebook. You can literally set up your business in less than 48 hours. So there's little to no competition on Facebook from, you know, little to no competition on Facebook compared to Google and all these other platforms. You know, this is the stuff that they really don't want you to know. And one of our friends, I saw a cool post on his Facebook page the other day, and he was in the finance niche, and he was literally comparing the cost per click versus Google and Facebook. And on Google PPC, the average cost per click on the keyword he was targeting was $13. And it had to do around credit scores. And on Facebook, you know, he was getting, I think, 10 cents a click. It was absolutely ridiculous to the same type of keyword platforms. Yes.
Are you still on the first slide? I just got a couple of comments that said that the funnel's not moving, or the slides aren't moving. So I don't know if you're still on the first slide. I just wanted to double check.
I'm on 8 slides. So let's just, can you see, which slide do you see right now?
1 second.
Sometimes it does that one with Google Hangouts if I go into the play if we're not on Webinar Jam.
Yeah, it's the truth is slide. That's the one that we're looking at right now. So
okay, yeah,
I think you just
if I stay on here, then the slides will change. It's just because if I went into the screen. But if you guys have heard of me, that's okay. I was just basically reading off the slides. So we'll just continue on. So, and again, Facebook, you know, most advanced targeting and marketing platform on the World Wide Web. Facebook has access to all of your information. If you're on Facebook, you basically give up all of your privacy. So for the marketer, it's great. They have relationships with every major sort of database out there. So literally, you have a conversation on Facebook. Somebody can target you in relation to that keyword. So if you've ever talked about going on vacation to your friends, and then you see trips pop up on your newsfeed or on the side banner, that's because you had that conversation and people are targeting you using their platform, and that's how targeted it is. So it's just a really powerful tool when you learn how to master it. So Brian Dixon, who am I? So I've successfully built 8 offline and online businesses from the age of 14. I actually started my first business when I was 11. So I've spoken on stage to seeding entrepreneurs all around North America. I love inspiring young entrepreneurs and really inspiring people just to be able to, again, live a life that they're passionate about and just go after it. So I've traveled the world full time for the last 2 years while building a 7-figure business, following this formula, working from my laptop literally 2 to 4 hours a day. So when I got started online, like I was working, 45 hours a week, working for my family company, and I literally had like maybe 2 to 3 hours a night that I built my business. And this is why I created, this sort of formula, because I had that time and I compressed everything that you need to do to build an online business, a 6-figure a year online business in a day. So I'm a behind the scenes Facebook expert. So, I've generated well over $1 million for myself and clients on Facebook. I have clients that pay me upwards of $100,000 a year just to work with me and consult with me on their businesses. I've been mentored by 7, 8, 9, and 10-figure earners. Yes, billionaires. So I have some credibility with them, and I have a great, I have an incredible family. I had a lot of great experiences growing up, and I work with multiple 7- and 8-figure clients every day. So this is just, again, using the same information, applying it to their businesses, whether they're just getting started online or they have, a multi-million-dollar company. It's all the same. So why build your business on Facebook? So it's number one, it's an instant exposure to really any industry, market, or niche, and you can literally set your business up in minutes. So you have the ability to easily create massive targeted audiences in seconds of your perfect buyer with the tools that Facebook allows you to have. You can become an instant authority or celebrity in your industry, niche, or local community. You can create a profitable ad campaign for as little as $1 a day. Now it's a little bit more. We like to start off with $5 a day, but you can literally start and you can boost a post for $1 a day and get results on it and have people reaching out to you. So you can set up your business on autopilot so it works while you sleep using this, simple funnel that I'm going to break down for you in these slides. So you have instant access to over 196 buying markets around the world. So as a business guy, I loved Facebook because, prior to being online, I had tons of offline. I always had offline businesses, which were a lot more, from an overhead standpoint and everything, setting them up, it was a lot more complicated. So when you can come and literally build a business within like 24 to 48 hours on Facebook, have it set up and running, have ads going, targeting your buyers all over the world, I kind of fell in love with that idea. So I did. And so this is the first thing I want you guys to do. So pull out your pen and paper and write this down, because if you don't have one of these already and you're trying to build a business or even brand online, this is cool even if you just want to build a personal brand online. Even if you don't even have a business idea yet, I want to really open your eyes here because and the value and how cool this is that you can really build a solid foundation here on Facebook for yourself. The first thing I recommend you doing is going into Facebook and setting up a Facebook fan page. As you can see here, this is the first fan page that I set up for myself. I have over 32,000 likes, and I believe this is pretty updated. I have 32,000 likes on this page, and I've literally been marketing it for maybe 2 years now. And out of that time, I think I spent probably about 6 months, marketing this page. So actually running ads, 6 months to 8 months marketing this page, running ads on it. So, but we've generated, 32,000 likes on this page. And the cool part about these likes is that they are now your personal fans. So whenever I now post, if I post my, my daily activities, if I post, results in my life, if I wanted to promote something, my coaching, my consulting, or if I wanted just to reach out and just promote anything basically to that audience, I can put a post up on my wall, boost it, and have 32,000 people who know who I am see my post. So it's just a very powerful way to market yourself. So if you don't have a Facebook fan page, I'll show you later on. We're gonna actually I'll show you dive into it over the shoulders, and I'll show you how to set it up. But this is the number one thing that I recommend anybody doing who has a business online or offline, or is even just thinking about starting a business or just building a brand online, because this is going to be your number one asset, your Facebook fan page. So the next step I took was I learned how to deliver value in a cool way. So it was go online and start marketing your business or marketing yourself in a way that's very spammy. And that's why, you know, online marketing, especially at first, got a really bad rap. It's coming around now where it's becoming, you know, really something that people can build a really foundational, sustainable business, something that they can take and they can really create, you know, a good passive income for themselves or a full-time income for themselves working, you know, online and building a business online. But originally, you know, there was just so much crap out there that which really, you know, really pushed people to, it was more the confidence in the market. But now, you know, when you're able to take content and deliver it in a cool way, you know, deliver value in a cool way to your marketplace, you'll have people coming back to you every single time. And this is really good because there's still so much junk out there that's being promoted that when you just deliver value, you take some time and deliver value in a cool way, and you're not all salesy and promoting, you have people just come back to you, and they come to you literally in floodloads, you know, coming into your business, sending you messages, connecting with you, all of that cool stuff. So the 3 ways that I promote my business online, through a blog, or one's through the blog, one's through video marketing, and the number 1 way I promote my business is through story. So all of these are 3 great ways, and 3 ways I highly recommend you implementing any sort of marketing in your business is through a blog, is through a video, and through story marketing on Facebook. And I'll break this down and show you a little bit more as we go along here. But sorry, give me 1 second here. I just need a glass of water. Is there any questions or anything as we go along here? I can't see the questions or comments data, so if there's anything, you guys can feel free to stop me.
I think what we'll do is if you just want to keep going, we'll save all the Q&A for the end, and then I think what I can do is, I mean, if somebody throws a question that's like really relevant, because I'm communicating with people in the chat box like as you're moving along. There is a couple people saying that it's a little blurry. Refresh their screen. We should be good to go. I can see it crystal clear myself. Nick, thumbs up or thumbs down. Can you see it clearly on your end? Thumbs up. So I think still can't hear you. But I don't know. Nick, take your MacBook to the store, dude.
Cool. I'll just keep going along. Then I just wanted to make sure everything that was good. Everything was good, going good there.
Yeah, no, well, as I see some questions, I mean, I'll be writing them down, and we'll save them for the end, unless it's specifically relevant to the slide that you're on. We'll definitely get into that. Eric, hang on, dude. We'll get your questions answered. Don't worry about it. Cool. All right. Yeah, Brian, go ahead, man.
Okay, so like I said, these are the 3 ways that I promote my business, and I'm not saying at first go ahead and do all 3 of these things. I would pick one avenue. Because I know some people like, you know, writing over video more, and some people prefer being in front of a camera versus, you know, actually writing. You know, you might be better, you know, someone who just gets in front of a camera and can speak. But there might be some people who might have a fear of that initially and just want to, you know, connect with people through the story, through the written word. And so these are the 3 ways that I have built my business. And the first way that I started with was the story. So the story is the easiest way. And I want you to write this down because it's called the hypnotic story structure. And all that does is take people through basically a series of events in your life that captivate them into a way that by the end of it, they take a specific action, you know, on your page. So with us, we wanted them to click on a link and be able to go through a funnel where they entered their information and got access to the product that we were selling. And I'm going to go through that and show you. And that's the powerful part about a story. And I'm just trying to see here if we have, if I have a link here to one. What I'll do, I'll actually submit you guys a link so you guys can get access to one of the stories after. But the story was the first way that I took and marketed my business. This is the same way that we're really marketing and building Daniel's business right now is through storytelling. And this is still something that a lot of people use. And it's very common, and it's just, again, it's just very powerful. Almost all companies, all billion-dollar companies use storytelling in their business to market their products. You take companies like Coca-Cola, they're actually one of the #1 companies that use it. You know, you watch their ads on TV, they never actually talk about the product, but they just connect to, you know, family life. They connect to a particular story or a particular feeling and emotion within that commercial, you know, throughout that whole, throughout the 30 seconds that they present throughout the 30 seconds that it's on TV. And by the end of it, they'd never even sell Coke. By the end of it, all they do is sip the bottle of Coke, put it down, and away they go. So they're never actually selling a product. They actually just tell the story, connect with people through their story, and draw people in their business that way. And that's called attraction marketing. And that's how we've built our business. So attraction marketing versus actually having to go out there doing the old school way of marketing, of actually going out, knocking on people's doors, going door to door, going to the malls, connecting with people, doing home meetings if you're in network marketing or MLM, all that kind of stuff. It's completely, the table's completely turned. Now with this model, you're literally attracting the perfect client into your business, crafting a story and then using Facebook marketing to draw them in. If you enjoy videos, you can do the exact same thing. You can create your story. And the best thing, if whether you're in a business, whether you have your own business or you're looking to build your own business online, you're in a business opportunity, the number one thing I always tell people is lead, with your vision. So if you're building your personal brand like I was and Daniel and Nick, what I do is actually craft a story about, what you're going through right now, your current situation and why you chose, to do the things that you're doing, and then really share with people why you made the decisions in your life to take that next step if that's where you're going. So craft a story, based on really, where you're at right now, and sharing vision within wherever it is you want to go with your brand, product, service, or opportunity. The next thing you can do, like I said, you can put that into video format. You can shoot that into video and you can market that on Facebook. And we're actually going to dive into ads after this, and I'll show you how to place an ad on a video, which is very simple. And the third one is just a blog. You can easily go to Weebly.com. You can set up a blog for free, but this is a great way. You can create content on a blog and literally just post it to your Facebook fan page and have people go to it for a very, if you have an audience already, you'll have a certain percentage go there for free, but then you can also market it to an audience, whether you have an audience or not, for literally pennies, and build an audience on your website in the thousands for literally probably like $100 or $200. So I started my advertising and marketing on Facebook for less than $10 per day. So I literally, started my business with, running 2 ads at $5 ad sets. Here you can say I was spending on this one $7.50 per day. And I was getting about 43-cent leads on this ad set. So this is in a very similar opportunity as Daniel is in right now. And I was using this with the story structure. So as had my story promoted on Facebook, I was driving people through, my custom sales funnel and literally selling them an opportunity at the end. And every 12 of these customers would turn into a $25 profit on the front end and up to a $3,000 profit on the back end. So it was, my cost per sale through this was $5.64. So how much do you have to spend before you're in profit, using Facebook ads? Is it scalable? Completely. And this is why I love Facebook ads, because when you can create, when you're able to place an ad that you get a specific result from, and it's really easy in the structure, but when you place an ad, that you can get a specific result from, you can literally take this ad and you can scale it. And at this time, I really had no idea what scaling meant, and I just let it run for the $7.50. But when I understood how to scale ads on Facebook, I literally went from generating anywhere from 20 to 30 leads a day to anywhere from 100 to 1,000 leads in a day using Facebook ads. So once I understood this formula, going from building a Facebook fan page, creating a story and placing an ad, I literally started to build this in multiple niches because I understood how powerful this was. I saw my own page taking off. I was getting, hundreds of likes a week on my current page. So I said, hey, if I'm building in one niche, why can't I do it in multiple? So I actually tested this formula in multiple different niches to really see if this would work. So I went over to the internet marketing niche, and again, I did it again, built a page of 18,958 likes. Went over to the personal development niche, did it again, built a page of 22,921 likes for the same formula, and then went to the law of attraction niche, did the exact same thing again, and built another page in the law of attraction niche of 8,759 people through the story. And then again, social media marketing, you can see again, 15,093 likes. So this stuff works. This stuff works, guys. So this page, these pages that you just saw generated anywhere from 1,000 to 150,000 in a single month, just through a simple story, a funnel, and an ad. So would you like to know how the simple formula I use to create these results and fast? What if I could show you how to create a massive list of perfect buyers that love your product and wants to buy from you every time? If you knew the exact customer that wants to buy your product every time, would that make your life and business easier? So this is the simple funnel formula, and this is literally how simple it is. So I want you guys to write this down. What you're doing is you're taking people from that Facebook fan page that I want you to create. The second is you're going to create a custom branded sales funnel, which I'll show you in a second how to do. And the third is you're just going to connect it to your product or opportunity or service that's on the back end. And then you're going to follow up with your customers just through a basic email follow-up. So the one simple funnel formula broken down. So one, how to get massive exposure to your business and fill your pipeline with consistent, high quality leads and sales. So the first thing you want to do is build a fan page branded around your business, product or service, typically around you. The second thing you want to do is learn how to provide value to your target audience in a cool way. So whether that's through a story, whether you do it through video, or whether you do it through a blog. So the fourth thing is capture an audience on your website using a custom Facebook pixel. Even if you don't have a website, I'm going to show you how to do this with your funnel. And the fifth thing, build a lookalike audience using Facebook's advanced insights. And from this, you're going to be able to generate a consistent leads and sales into your business even while you sleep. So I know this might seem like a lot if you're just brand new online, but I'm going to show you how simple this really is. So this information alone, like my clients pay me upwards of $100,000 per year just to get access to, just to understand that simple funnel. So now what I want to do is actually give you guys a live demo. I want to walk you through it and just show you firsthand what it is, because I find for myself, I know a lot of information, a little overwhelming just hearing that and seeing that, but I just want to show you how simple this is going to be through a live demo and show you through a simple structure how you take somebody from building a fan page to literally just taking them through a simple funnel and then connecting it to a product at the end and creating an ad for you guys. And this should be no longer than 20-30 minutes to actually run through this and be able to show you guys how to set this up. So I'm just going to jump back over to, I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm just going to jump back over to my other screen here and we'll dive right into it. Okay. Cool. So you guys should see ClickFunnels now, correct?
Yeah, Brian, talk. I think we're good.
Okay, cool. Can you see my ClickFunnels page right now?
Yeah, we're good. I can see it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, so this is my fan page. This is the fan page that I showed you in the slides. And as you can see here, I just want to show you firsthand how powerful this is. So literally, I built a fan page. That's the first thing that I did. I set up my Facebook fan page and just went through the steps. And once I've been able to, oh, sorry guys. Yeah, once I was able to set it up and literally just start sending an ad to it, I started getting massive amounts of engagement just posting, little inspirational posts. So you can see here, I haven't changed the way that I post since the beginning of time. So I want you guys to follow this format if you want to build, a personal brand, a fan page that's branded around you, and start, building an audience around that in a really cool way. So, I have this post here. There's some funny posts here. But literally, I just grab quotes and put them with cool pictures of my lifestyle and post them, to my page. So this one here, the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. So this one was a picture of me in Vancouver, and as you can see, I think I spent about $5 on this to boost to my 32,000 people. Over 528 likes on this photo. So that just shows you when you invest the time into just building something out, over time, how. So the investment. Sorry guys, it just shows you when you put the amount of, when you invest time in this, and it shows the results that you can. Sorry guys, I'm just losing you there. One sec. Okay. So yeah, guys, it just shows you like when you build these pages over time and the result, and literally, you build. You send traffic to your page with one funnel. I built this with the one funnel, the results that you can produce. So Can you guys still hear me and see me clear? Is my page blurry at all? Or are you guys still good?
I think I can see your page moving, but your volume keeps drifting in and out.
Okay. Hey, give me 1 second here, guys. Let's get back on track. Okay. You want to shut something off. There we go. Okay, cool. So if you haven't created a fan page on Facebook before, just go to your home page and you can just go to pages here. Literally just easily go to pages and create a fan page. And it's a simple, step-by-step process. I think it's right there. They keep changing this. They just did a massive Facebook update in the past week. So kind of just going through these things, but you can just create a page here, simply follow their step-by-step instructions. If you're creating a brand around yourself or just like a product or service, I would go ahead and just use the artist, band, or public figure. I built all the pages around that, just the simplest ones to use. If you do have a brick and mortar business, a local business, go ahead and use a local business, but set up your fan page, follow the steps just by setting it up around a public figure. So once you do that, that gives you that platform that I just showed you to be able to place your posts on and be able to market to your audience. And the two posts that I want you to focus on every single week when you post to your page to build engagement, one is just something just inspirational. So like I said, it's a quote, can be just your daily life, something that happened to you that something that happened to you throughout your day that could have been exciting. It could have been something you read in a book. I love the whole process of learn, do, teach. If you learn something, teach to people, give it back and deliver, value, or deliver something back to people that are going to make them feel good. The second piece of value I'd like you to deliver to your page is more content driven. So, something that people can take and actually apply to their lives. So it's like an actionable step. So you see a lot of blogs out there, 3 steps to this, 5 steps to that. Those are great sorts of articles to use on your page. And you can simply go to whatever niche you're in. You can go find websites in all of the niches that you're in and find people with related article and good content that you can take. And I'm not saying copy it, but you can find these articles or these pieces of content, and you can literally just either take them and use them on your page, and you can source the person or where they came from, or you can go ahead and you can take the content and maybe just take pieces from it, or maybe find a few pieces of content that you like and just take certain pieces that really related to you and felt that impacted your life the most and give it back to people. And these are just really easy ways to build powerful relationships with your audience. And that was the first thing that I focused on, was just, literally just putting, easy quotes and easy pieces of value on my page. I can keep scrolling down and down on my page, and everything is just very similar. Quotes and pictures, quotes and pictures. I have some videos as well that we did, cool videos there. If you're on my page, you can check them out. But, just quotes and pictures, tons of engagement, 255 likes, literally spending $5, when I post this post just to boost it to my page. So that's why I'm just trying to get across how valuable your Facebook fan page can be. And this fan page alone has generated me over $1 million. So it's just, showing you the value of an audience, what you can do, how you can build it, and really, how you can take something as simple as a fan page and really monetize it and turn it into a very valuable asset for yourself. So first thing I want you guys to do, like I said, is go, create a fan page for yourself. And so if you guys don't have ClickFunnels, you can connect with Daniel or Nick. This is what I've used to create what's called a sales funnel. So a sales funnel is just, it's basically just a series of pages like a website that people are taken through in a specific order to have it generate a specific result. So in our case with the story, which I'll show you in a second, by the end of it, all I wanted to do was collect somebody's email. So I don't know if you've ever been to a website before. If you can go to Men's Health, you can go to Women's Health, you can go to any, I'm just using those as examples, but you can go to any basically site in any niche. And when you go to one of those mainstream sites, you'll typically, have, a pop-up on the site or something to subscribe to their weekly or monthly newsletter. This is basically, similar thing. People are subscribing or giving you their information because they want a piece of information from you. So in this case, people wanted to get access to the same system and mentorship and information that I was using, the training that I had, to be able to create this lifestyle for myself. So this here, I'm just showing, this is just an example funnel that I created for a training that I just delivered to people strictly in the network marketing niche. And this is, again, just a simple funnel that I showed them how to use. This is the same funnel that I use basically for my own business to be able to generate leads like we do. So if you have ClickFunnels, or if you don't have ClickFunnels, if you know what a funnel is, or you don't know what a funnel is, this is the same. If you have another sort of program you use, like Leadpages, another program you've used to create funnels in the past. It's all the same stuff. But if you haven't created a funnel before, if you don't even know what one is, I would reach out to Daniel or Nick, and they can hook you up with this. ClickFunnels is a great system. Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson has made it very just like point and click, very easy to use, and they have great trainings on how to use it. Literally, it's like using Microsoft Publisher to be able to set these things up. But the cool part about this is that, you can share funnels between these. So I can actually give you this funnel that you can upload into your ClickFunnels, which I'll give to Nick and I'll give to Daniel, that, they can supply to you guys afterwards, that you can actually just take this, upload to your ClickFunnels, and you can literally use and start marketing your business with, and just put your own information in there. So this is just an example of what a funnel is. So I'll blow this up into the preview version. Like I said, it's just like a page where somebody gives you their information for something in return. This specific funnel uses what's called a lead magnet. So a lead magnet, this is something that's used every day in online marketing. So that is something else you should really take down, a lead magnet. So this is something that you give on the front end to people that in return they give their information. And typically now we like to give this for free. So I have I myself typically market my ebook. I have a Social Media Millionaire ebook that breaks down the 3-step formula for myself to where I've built my business online. So typically I give that away on the front end using this funnel for both Instagram and Facebook ads. And I'm mentioning Instagram because you run like Facebook and Instagram, you run Instagram ads off of Facebook as well. So this is a great funnel to use for Instagram as well, because they love people on Instagram. They love ebook funnels, and they love getting something for free on the front end. So you don't have to be in a network marketing business or MLM business to use it. I was just using this funnel to give away for free to that niche, but it can literally be for anything. So, for myself, when I was traveling the world, building my business, it could say something like, discover how I've been traveling the world full time, building my business online, or discover or if you're in nutrition, discover the 5 steps that helped me create a flatter belly in 30 days. Discover 3 steps to, improving my mindset to increase, the abundance of my life, something like that. It could be literally anything. You can create an ebook around. You can put it in a publisher document, and you can upload it to ClickFunnels site and drag it and drop it into. So that is, I know it's a lot just to kind of take in, but that's what a lead magnet is, and that's literally how I capture people's information. So I have a simple page like this set up. You put your name and email address in, and on the next page, it's going to take you to a video or a training that is going to bridge the gap basically to the offer. So in Daniel's case, he takes people from his own personal story, and I think, let me pull up my story, because it's going to be pretty cool to show you guys. This is actually a client's back office here. This is pretty cool. This is live. So why don't I'll show you this live, guys, so you can see this firsthand. This is a client that we have that's in Digital Altitude as well, just like Daniel and Nick. But this is our client, George Breyer. So we started running a campaign for him for his funnel, just what I was showing you there. He's generated 1,212 leads, paying an average of $1.34 a lead. So I'm actually going to go in live to his funnel, show you his story and the exact funnel that we're driving customers through every single day. So this is going to be pretty cool. Okay, so you guys just have to get to the end here. There we go. Okay, so I should be able to see this. So this is the story structure. This is the same structure that we're using for Daniel. This is the same structure I use for myself. This is the same structure we use for many clients that we have in our business. And this is the same story structure we're using for George Breyer here. you know, and now he's generating over $20,000 a month in his business, but you know, he's generating consistent amount of leads and sales every single day into his business using this specific funnel. I think he's generating anywhere from 5 to 6 sales a day in his business using this story and funnel. So as you can see, he's literally just sharing his story of his road to success. And even if you don't have a story, you know, you don't have that, you know, you don't have that success story to share yet, we all do. Even you just sharing, you know, your story from where you are right now to making the decision to committing to do something greater in your life, just sharing that with people, you will get an influx of responses and people reaching out to you asking just what you're doing with your life, because, you know, it's that powerful. So I really want you to, you know, really take your story. I really want you to take your story seriously. And I really want you to take what I'm sharing with you here with the storytelling technique and really take it to heart. And really, if this is something that you're interested in doing and building a business online, this is something I highly recommend using and really mastering, because like I said, this is, you know, George Breyer here, he's used this specific story again to drive consistent leads and sales into his business for the past 6 months. So they're just huge assets and investments that you can make in yourself by, you know, creating these stories. So it takes you through the hypnotic story structure. The first opening line is one of the most important things in your story. So this is where people captivate, you know, this is where you're going to captivate your audience. You're going to draw them in. And from there, you know, it takes them down, it takes them throughout, you know, his story getting started online, you know, basically working, how he found a mentor, basically how I shared, you know, my story in the beginning, how Daniel shared his story with you. He basically just shares in his written word here in a story on Facebook, just like Daniel does as well. It's just sharing that story of basically how he got started, you know, on his road to where he is today. And he shares a little bit of the results that he's had. And over that period, you know, now he's reaching out and he wants to give back and share these results with other people. So by the end of it, he's asking people to click his link because he's opened his training, his consulting, and he wants to open his business to other people. So at the end of it, people have the option to click this link, which will take them to his custom capture page. So the cool part about this is it's a custom capture page where, you know, where in other opportunities or businesses, you know, a lot of affiliate products or business opportunities, they have their own capture pages, but, you know, they're not, it's not congruent to you. So, you know, George took, you know, what we created for him, we took him through a personal story. So people came through, you know, his story on Facebook, built a relationship with him, and then now has gone to a capture page, which not only, again, ties back into the story. So discover the exact method I used to build a 6-figure income online and retire my family in less than 90 days. But it connects, you know, his picture, it gives the picture of the family, you know, his pregnant wife, all of that stuff. It ties in his entire story to this page. So when somebody goes through this page, they've already read his story, they built that trust with him, and now this builds even more trust. So next step, you know, I'll enter my name, we'll enter email address. What to do is take me to another video of him. This is called a bridge video. So what this video does, I'm gonna pause this so it doesn't load. So this is what's called a bridge video. So you have the opportunity to create, you know, multiple pages, and you have an opportunity to create multiple pages in ClickFunnels, you know, in your funnel, which this bridge video I believe is already included in this funnel. But all a bridge video is so all a bridge video is basically bridging the gap from your story. So taking somebody from your story into your capture page and bridging the gap, you know, from yourself to really introducing, you know, your audience to your product, service, or business. So in this case, you know, George Breyer's, he's introducing him to the business opportunity he's building online, his home-based business opportunity. In this case, it's Digital Altitude. And, you know, he's bridging the gap with this video. So I don't think you guys can hear it, but, you know, his video pretty much goes something like this. So if somebody's coming through, you know, his story and then going through the capture page and then going to the bridge video, you really, again, you want to put yourself in the position of, you know, that lead or that person who's actually come through that story. So, you know, he starts off his story by just connecting people, or, you know, thanking people for coming through a story and just connecting with them. So, let's just see here. Maybe it actually works. It's not loading.
Hey, what's up, friends? George Breyer.
Cool. So I'm going to play this for you guys. I'm just going to show you a sample of a bridge video that he's created for himself. And this is, I'll go over the bridge video script, and actually give you guys a bridge video script after this that you can use for your own bridge video, so you know how to exactly create, you know, the perfect bridge video, you know, for your product, service, or business opportunity. So let's just play this now, and hopefully you guys can hear this.
Beautiful day, and I want to welcome you to this page, and I want to thank you for taking the time to download my free ebook, The Freedom Manifesto, where I teach you the exact blueprint that I used to retire my family within 90 days. So you're going to want to go through that. In fact, I sent it to your inbox. So if you don't see it in your inbox in a few minutes, you'll definitely want to check your spam folder, because you never know where that ebook may go. Also, if you look down below this video, I included a bonus training, a free training, where we're going to teach you the 6 steps to 6 figures within 90 days or less. We're going to teach you step by step how you can set up a profitable online business when you click on the button down below this video. All right.
So that's basically a bridge video. It's a minute long. Typically you want it from a minute to 2 minutes long, really no longer than 2 minutes. But all this is doing, just like George did there, is bridging the gap between, you know, what the person came to your story, you know, basically the problem that they came to you with, which in this case, you know, they want to learn how George has been able to build his business online and retire his family. So all he's going to do is bridge the gap, basically take people through the whole process that they came through, and then deliver, you know, the goods on the end. So a great way, basically what he just said there was, you know, thank you. I just want to thank you for connecting with me and reading my story. You know, I'm on this journey right now, or you're on this page right now because you want to learn how I've been able to, you know, build my business while traveling the world full time, you know, living this incredible lifestyle. I've literally gone from, you know, living in backpacks and bungalows to, you know, flying first class and living in 5-star hotels all around the world. So what I'm going to do for you right now is introduce you to my mentor, who's going to share with you this exact same system on the next page. So go ahead, click that button below, and it'll take you to, you know, the video on the next page. So it's just connecting people. I hope I hope you understand, it helps you understand what this is, but it's a very simple process of just really connecting somebody from, you know, the capture page in your story to the product that you want to sell at the end. So when somebody clicks this button, it's going to take them now to the sales video, you know, for that product. So, do which one? So they're using OSP sales video. So if you're into Developta too, OSP sales video is the highest converting sales video right now. We're all using it. So goes to the OSP sales video, and when they click on this, they have the opportunity to sign up for DA. So this is this funnel right here, what I just showed you. So if you click here, it should go to, there you go. So it goes to the check. That funnel right there, what I just showed you, is a 7-figure blueprint. It's a completely scalable 7-figure blueprint that you can use in your business. So literally taking somebody from this story that you just saw, you know, just crafting a story, 800 to 1,000 words, crafting a story, building a simple funnel with a capture page, a bridge video that links to an offer at the end that can literally be set up in 1 to 2 hours from start to finish. You can create a 7-figure business just from that alone. So what I want to show you next is how to, I'm not going to go into like super in-depth in this, because this is something that, you know, is really something you have to figure out for yourself, but I want to show you, you know, how to place a simple ad on Facebook to generate a result. So there's so many different variables to placing ads on Facebook that we could literally be here for days going into it, but I really want to give you the starting point. So I want to give you something that you can take right now. Even if you want to create, once you've created your fan page, go ahead and just place a post, a nice picture of yourself with a nice quote, and place a simple ad with what I'm going to show you right now, just to generate you a result. Because the biggest thing for myself is getting you to generate a result, because when you can see a result in your business, even from a simple ad, you know, attracting somebody into your business, getting somebody to engage on your content without having to reach out for them, that's a very big thing in your business. So what we're going to do is go into the ads manager. So if you don't have, if you haven't gone into ads manager before, I'm going to go over to my Facebook so I can walk through this. I really want to go from, I really take you from a entry-level perspective here. So let's go back to the home page. So if you're on your Facebook home page, some of you might have it here on your left-hand side. If you go to your left-hand side toolbar, ads manager will be here. Or if you don't have it there, you can just type it in the toolbar up here, and you'll be able to access your ads manager. So once you go into ads manager, if you have, it might take you, it probably takes you the same screen as it takes me. Let's see here. If you haven't set up your ads manager before, I think it takes you into like some sort of it takes you into like the first time setup for an ad. So I think it tries to get you to set up your first ad right away. But you just want to exit out of that. You don't want to use that. What you do want to use is, if you click up here in the Ads Manager tab, you want to use what's called Power Editor. So I believe you still have to use Google. You could only use Google Chrome before with Power Editor. I'm not sure if they changed it yet. I still only use Google Chrome, so I don't use any other browsers. But it's a third party, or was a third party application of Facebook. It's owned by them. But Power Editor just gives you a lot more flexibility when you're placing ads. And even though Ads Manager could be first time user to Facebook, I'd rather have you dive into Power Editor and start learning on that platform first and really mastering that. I've actually never placed an ad in my entire life on Ads Manager, so that's why I'm just following my footsteps and basically what I did to create results in my business. So I want you guys to get used to using Power Editor. So even if you're using Ads Manager right now, let's switch over to Power Editor and start placing ads that way. So I'm going to go into Power Editor now and show you the back office and kind of break it down for you so you know exactly what you're looking for here and how to place just a basic ad. So this tab up here, you should only have one account. As you can see, I manage tons of people's accounts, so I got tons and tons of ad accounts here. We'll just hang out in Horatio's account right now. I'm not actually going to post anything to the account, so he's not going to get billed, but we'll hang out in Horatio's account. So thank you, Horatio. But account should look like when you enter into Power Editor. So it's a very basic and simple setup, and it's very simple to use. That's why I love Facebook. If it can look complicated, but if you keep it simple, you see massive results. And I really love keeping things simple. I don't like complicating things. And with Facebook, if you keep it simple, you can see massive results. So once you go ahead and you place, sorry, give me 1 second here. The page isn't loading. Sometimes it can be funny. But okay, we'll just go into placing your first ad now. So in Power Editor, how to place your first ad, they make it super simple. All you have to do is click Create Campaign. There we go. So all you have to do is click Create Campaign, and it's going to populate every single step you need to single step you need to create to actually create the whole blueprint for your ad campaign. So the first step is just naming your campaign name. So when you're in there, all you're going to do is just name your campaign, whatever that is. So for us, I'm just going to do test story ad. We're just going to call test story ad. And type, I always leave at auction. So I always leave my buying type at auction. If you're placing Facebook ads, I don't even think it gives you another objective. So they changed this as well. So campaign objective, this is brand new. So this one is traffic. So this is actually pretty cool. So they just, like I said, updated Facebook literally overnight, yesterday and today and a couple days ago. If you were using Power Editor, you might have seen some things, Facebook be kind of wonky. That's because they're updating it. So now they have traffic. So that's sending more people to a destination on or off Facebook, which is pretty cool. So the campaign objective, this is keep it simple. So whatever your campaign objective, whatever you want people to do, pick the associated objective that Facebook gives you. A lot of people want to run I see a lot of people wanting to drive people to their website, and they're running page post engagements. There's a lot of different variables within it, but when you're first getting started, I would highly recommend just really picking the objective for what you want to gain results for. So typically the most common one that we run for is page post engagements. So for now, if you're setting up your first ad, let's set up your ad for page post engagements. So if you've ever seen that boost post thing on your fan page, if you have a fan page, if you've seen it on Facebook, this is what it runs for, a post engagement. So all this is going to do is get people to engage on your post, whether that's liking your post, commenting on it, or sharing it. So this is the first type of post, or first type of ad that you should really just test running and just get your hands dirty a little bit playing with this, because this is where you're going to get to see a result. So the second step, creating your ad set. So your ad set is where you're going to target your audience. These are the people that you're going to choose to actually see your ad. Working in, let's say, the personal development audience. So one of my greatest mentors is Tony Robbins. So let's use Tony Robbins as a great audience to hit. So let's say, for example, I want to attract people into my business who are in that niche. So we're going to pick the keyword Tony Robbins. So I title my ad set names to the keywords that I choose in my business, or sorry, that I choose that I choose in the ad set. So
typically, you know, with larger audiences or typically with larger audiences, I just use one keyword. So Tony Robbins, I know he has a massive audience, and he's a really good keyword. So there are people, you know, who like personal development. So let's say my product was in the personal development niche, he'd be a great person to target. So Tony Robbins, let's say I want to target United States, 25 to 35 years old. That's typically the target that I market to, 25 to 35, great response to. And I want to target mobile. So this here, just written out, this is the keyword that I'm going to be targeting. This is the location that I'm going to target, the age group, and I'm going to be targeting mobile. The reason why I target mobile is because just off Facebook stats, if I'm just testing ads initially and I don't have a high budget, you want to test mobile because 85 to 95% or 85 to 90% of users on Facebook are on their mobile phone. So if you want to test an ad and actually see, get sort of the, you want to get ad and sort of see your results quickly and get a good idea of how it's going to perform, I would highly recommend just testing mobile at first. You know, get your conversions down, and then you can switch over and test desktop if you want, especially if you are looking to stay on a low ad budget. When I first started, I used to always split test, you know, mobile and desktop ads. But right now, I would really just use mobile ads if you want to really maximize your budget. But Facebook pixels and stuff now are getting so advanced that literally you can place an ad and they're doing a lot of the optimizing and converting for you. So as you get along and you start playing with Facebook, you'll learn more and more about this. So the ad name, this is going to be the ad that you're going to create for yourself. So you have two different options here when you create your ad. You can either create a post directly to your page, like I showed you before, you know, just taking a quote and posting it with a nice picture to your page, or you can place an ad through, or you can create an actual ad through their ad creator and place one that has like a button, the ones that you kind of see on the side desktop, those types of ads that look like actual ads. So those are the two different types that you can post on Facebook, and I use both of them, but I more or less use the ones that are directly posted to your page, because when I'm boosting that, I'm sending it to the markets that I really want to talk to. I really don't want people engaging on my posts thinking that it's an ad. So typically I create a story, or I create my post with like I said, with a quote or something like that, and then I offer some sort of call to action at the end to either go to my website or offer some sort of value content to them, you know, within that post, and boost it that way, where, you know, people are typically more highly engaged to are highly more attracted to engage in something that isn't initially projected to be an ad or something that they're going to be sold in the beginning. That's why the story post just works so well. But the ad name, I'm just going to go test story. We'll put test story in here, and I'll actually just show you both ways and break it down on how you can actually create the ad here. So once you fill those sections out, I know I kind of went over that lengthy, but once you fill those sections out, Facebook will automatically populate all of those sections for you up here. You have your campaigns, you have your ad sets, and your ads. So you can see here your test story ad, the one that I just created, has been created, or has been created. It has been created. So you just want to work with this test story ad. If I click on this, what it's going to do is take me to the ad set. So now I have, you know, the ad set that I created in here. The thing is, I haven't created the audience for that ad set yet. So when I'm in the ad sets, I need to edit the audience. So all you have to do is go into edit, and literally just follow Facebook's blueprint step by step when creating an ad. So the ad set name we already created when we created the campaign. Daily budgets, I like creating low maintenance. And I used to test all of my ads like at $2 or $2.50. You can still do that if you're really working on a low budget. You can test them at $2.50. But I like the $5 budget ad mark. It's just it's a good way to really so if you are running ads right now, or if you're just starting to run ads, I highly recommend just running ads at $5. And for some reason, Facebook just likes to optimize at $5. But I think it's because it gives the ad a great enough reach, or great enough population to kind of get out to, or to get out to, or test reach to get out to, that it generates it generates a much better result than if you're looking to just test with, like, where, you know, you get a reach of like 50 people, where if you test with $5 right off the bat, you get a reach of like 200 to 300. So you get just more exposure right off the bat. Scheduling, you can start or stop your ads through Facebook here. I just let them run. I don't really use scheduling. I like to keep it simple, like I said. Custom audiences, that stuff, that's more advanced stuff. Once you get into creating your own custom audiences, your lookalikes, all that stuff. I won't cover that on this webinar because that is more advanced stuff. But once you get into placing ads and you understand audiences and lookalike audiences, this is a very cool thing that you can use. But location. So I wanted to market to the United States. It's already selected here, so I'm just going to leave it. If you have a small business, in a specific city, geographic location, you can put that location in here, and you can literally narrow down to wherever you're from and create. You can do what's called geo-targeting with your ads too, which is really cool. If you have a brick and mortar business, this is why Facebook is just so powerful, because you can target down to any area and literally, build a massive, presence for yourself just through delivering value in a cool way to that area or to that specific niche or population. But I want to just market to the United States because I want to reach a large market. My stuff's online. This is, again, the cool part about having an online business. You're not limited to a specific area. You now have the ability to reach millions of people around the world, with your product. And I want to hit the United States initially with what I want to do. So right now you can see, 18 to 65, United States, I have a potential reach of 195 million people. So if I place an ad right now, I have the potential reach to hit 195 million people with that ad, depending how much I spend on it. So how crazy is that? Like right off the bat, you could target all of these people if you really wanted to, and that is a technique to use. For some marketers, they go out and they just blast it to 195 million people and let Facebook do the optimization with their pixels. But you literally have that kind of market, wrapping your head around it to really dial into and target your niche within that and speak to them directly. So once you've picked your target area that you want to market to, next comes the age, the gender, and the language. So the age, I wanted to do 25 to 35. So if you are, marketing an online opportunity, or you're selecting or you're using, your own story, your own brand to sell a product, typically, or your service or business, typically you want to market to your age group or to the audience that obviously that you're speaking to. So a lot of people, really get caught up with this, even with business owners and stuff like this. I've, started a lot of businesses, very successful businesses, but, a lot of people want to be the best at everything, when they first start out. They want to be able to speak to everybody, be the best to everybody, and it just never works out. And so when I learned to even just dial my ads in and just focus on one specific market and just dial my ads into that one age group, I started seeing much greater results, because obviously, that age group can relate to me much better than, people who, might be in their, say, 50s or 60s. Or people who are even in their early 20s, or even 19 to 20, early 20s might not be able to relate to me as good as somebody who's 25 to 30 and 30 to 35. But when I dialed in that age group and I started marketing to that, I like to give like a 10-year span, especially if I'm marketing to a much larger audience. That really optimized my results to get that lead cost, way down. So I highly recommend just marketing to your age group. Speak to the people that you want to speak to, especially with your story. So again, when you're crafting your story, when you're crafting your funnel, when you're placing your ads, when you're placing that content on your page, really just remember who the audience that you're speaking to and the message that you want to deliver, and really put yourself in that person's position. So that's really what's taken, my business again to the, getting in that person's head that you're speaking to, because it's more or less somebody exactly like you. So depending on your product, you can actually split test. You can create an ad, targeting men, and you can easily duplicate this and then create another ad targeting women. Or you can, if you're placing your first ad, you can just leave it at all, especially if you have like a product that is for men or women. I'd highly just recommend leaving it all. Let Facebook do the optimizing, and let them see if men or women like you better. Cool part was I have like a 72% favorability from women, so I guess I have a huge market in women. So it's just Facebook. Facebook doesn't lie, right? But languages. So language is cool too. So I highly recommend, if it's I like using the word highly recommend, because I highly recommend everything that I'm saying. But you want to put English in here as your language. So this is cool because you can start placing ads. And I got to go away some like real golden nuggets. You can start placing ads to Europe. You can start placing ads to Brazil. You can start placing ads to like these different countries, little sub niches and sub countries. That is, especially if you have a business opportunity or if your products or affiliate products that are sold in those areas, or they have the ability to do transactions in those areas, because nobody's marketing to them because they think they all speak different languages. But a majority of people in Europe speak English, so it's unlike other countries. So when you're marketing to places like Europe or even Brazil, where these areas are really getting open up to, you can just, you can really dial in by just targeting English-speaking people and really speak to them, and and it's crazy some of the results that we produce, targeting these countries. So that's a big, little golden nugget for you guys. The detailed targeting here, this is where your keywords come in. So this is, you know, where you're going to decide who you want to target. So I mostly use interests. You have everything from demographics to behaviors to interests. You know, demographics, of course, that's just, you know, basically, you know, the job, the title of the job they work at, you know, just, you know, it could basically anything about that person. We can target from household income. We can target from the number of kids they have to birthdays to weddings to all of this stuff. Like it's literally, you can like suggest this, let's just see here, like demographics. It's literally crazy what you can target. Life events, parents, politics, relationships, all of this stuff. You can target it by interest, behaviors, and even more categories. You can go so deep with Facebook into the targeting. It's crazy, and it can and you can make this complicated to stay simple. So I target with interest, keywords. Those are typically what create the best result for myself. Hitting those larger audiences that people are talking about. So you know, in this case, for personal development, I wanted to, you know, reach people who are interested in Tony Robbins. So I didn't spell Tony Robbins right. There we go. So Tony Robbins. So if this wasn't covered up, you could see how many people are interested in him. Over 6.7 million. I know you guys can't see that on the end there, but I'll click this audience and you'll see here. So my potential reach now, my potential reach of people just in the Tony Robbins audience itself is 5.5 million people. So that's now 5.5 million people that I can market to with one simple keyword on Facebook. And it's in, you know, they have this cool little bar here from specific to broad. I guess I'm in the green here, so that's good. Before, you know, Facebook, you only want to market between, you only want a potential reach from like 800,000 to 1 million. But now, like the potential reach, Facebook has really dialed in the pixel again. And I'm using audiences everywhere from 2 to 5 to 10 million people and seeing results, you know, with that large of an audience. But you know, now I've created an audience for myself, you know, 5 million people that I can market to directly. And the cool part about, you know, Facebook marketing versus like YouTube or other types of marketing, or like, you know, more organic type of marketing like SEO, you can start seeing these results right away. So immediately once we place this ad and once we, you know, hit this cool upload button, these 5.5 million people, or a certain percentage of them, will start seeing your content. So where do we want them to see your content? So do we want to place this on a desktop? Do we want it on mobile? Do we want to market on Instagram? Do we want to market on their audience networks? Facebook has a whole network and whole network that they place ads on, and they also have a whole bunch of different placements within their own network that they place their ads on. So what I like to do, like I said, I like to market on mobile platform first. So the easiest way to do that, you just go to edit placements. You can run automatic placements if you're just running a basic ad. If you're just running like a basic ad, but I'd still highly recommend just, you know, using mobile as a way just to test and get your feet wet with this, because sometimes when you use automatic placements here and you place an ad for the first time, your ad won't be legible on Instagram because it might have too much text or something like that. But when you click upload, it'll come up with a whole bunch of errors. And right now it doesn't tell you that it's the Instagram ad. It might have it next to it, but it doesn't tell you that you can upload it. So just to avoid running into those problems, let's create it on mobile. So just go to edit placements and then device type. All you're gonna do is select is click mobile. And now your ads will only show up on mobile devices. And like I said, 85 to 90% of people are on mobile on Facebook. So again, when you're creating your ad, think about where people are at, how they're using their phones, and what they're doing when they would be seeing your ad. So within mobile, you have different options here. So you have the ability to market directly on Facebook. You have the ability to market directly on Instagram. And you have the audience networks, but these are only available for if they're like website click objectives or website campaign objectives. And this is really cool, or for videos as well. Audience networks are really cool when you get into videos, because when we started placing videos, we started marketing on Facebook when we were living in Scottsdale, and our videos were getting all over like USA Today. They're getting blasted on all of these huge media sites just because we are marketing through Facebook's audience network. In that area, really targeting that area. So we're getting messages from everyone being like, holy crap, we just saw your ads and we saw your video all over these news sites and media sites, and people were wondering how we were doing it. But that was through audience networks and video marketing with Facebook. So that's a really cool thing you can play around with. But what we want to do is just place our ad on Facebook. So we're just going to uncheck this Instagram box here, just so we place it on Facebook. And then next, optimization and delivery. You can leave all of this alone. I believe that's it there. Yeah, all of this you can leave alone. Optimization, these are just the bid amounts. So basically you have your automatic bid. So Facebook will go out there and automatically bid for your lowest cost per click, or in this case, it's for post engagements. You can do manual bidding. That's more advanced. This is, once you get into more advanced Facebook stuff, you can start playing with this. But again, like I don't even play with this because I like to keep things simple. So once you just fill out this information and you get down to the point of where you place your ad on mobile, you are done creating your ad set. So now you've created your audience, you've created your ad set, and now you're basically ready to create your ad or choose your ad. So next thing we want to do is go over to the ad section. So once we go to the ad section, we see our ad created here, the test story, and we're just going to go edit again. Edit the ad. You'll have all these cool options again. So here's the ad name. So that's the ad name you created there. Facebook fan page. This, again, I have access to just tons of people's fan pages. But your fan page, if you only have access to your fan page, it should pop up here in the drop-down box automatically. It should be the default fan page. But if you have access to more than one, select your fan page. I'm going to go over to my fan page. As you can see, I have 36 just in this folder alone, fan pages that I have access to. So I work with a lot of different clients. But let's see here. So there's my fan page. So you want to select your fan page here. Make sure you have your fan page selected. And next step is creating the actual ad. So like I said, you have two different options when creating ads. One, you can use Facebook's ad creator, where it actually creates an ad type looking ad where it has a call to action button on it. It has a description, a headline, and it has a tagline, all that kind of stuff. Or you can create a post on your page and run an ad to it. Or the third thing you can do is run what's called a dark post. So this is really no different than running a page off your page. But the only difference is that people, if they go to your page, they won't see the post. The only people who will see the post are ones who you market the ones who you market the post to. So it's just a cool way that in terms of if you just want to like speak to a specific part of your audience, or if you want to place an ad on your page, say for a particular product, or you want to run a or service, or you want to run an ad to promoting something, you can promote what's called a dark post just by clicking this plus button here. And it will create what's called an unpublished post on your, you can literally just write this up, save unpublished post, and this will create a post that, again, will be marketed to your audience, but won't actually show up on your page when you go to it. So these page posts here, these are the posts that are already on your page. So I have a story right now that's actually running to network marketers. So I can show this, I can bring this up for you guys. Running to network marketers, attention, unique opportunity after struggling to hit the leaderboards. Here's my story here. So I want to select this story. So once you've created, your story, or you place, your simple, you place a post with a blog post, or just a simple, say a value-based post on your wall, you can select it under page posts here. This is, like I said, the #1 way that I like to market to my audience. The only time I ever create an ad, which is very, use the create an ad tool and actually use those types of ads to build my brand. And I only do this because I like using the story to build my brand, because it creates a great relationship with my audience. Really, the only time when I use this create an ad feature is when I have something that I want to promote directly to somebody who's, again, either liked my page already on Facebook or has actually visited my website or my funnel. So they already know me. So I'm only going to market to them using that create ad feature if they already know me. If I want to, reach a new audience, or if I want to, again, just engage with my old audience or my current audience, just by delivering value to them, then I always use either just posting directly to my fan page, or I use the unpublished post and speak to them that way. But once you've created your story, or even just, you could, like I said, you can go to quotes, Goodreads, or type in inspirational quotes, and you can take that quote, paste it in on your fan page with a cool picture, select that post from here, like we said, and then take that audience that you just created. And this is a cool way. So if you want to just build, if you want to build an audience, in the personal development niche, or you want to build, an audience with people that you want to build a relationship with, that are, say, looking to make changes in their lives. That's why I love personal development niche, because those people are already open, to receiving new ideas. They're open to actually making a change in their life. So if I want to build, a relationship or build an audience of people, for me, within the home-based business industry, within, network marketing, and within like the personal development and transformation industry that we're all a part of, it's just a great audience to really, start diving into. So what I just showed you right here, even selecting the Tony Robbins audience, you can now go ahead, create that post on your page, whether you want to go ahead and create your story right away. So create your, an epic story about yourself and get it out to the world. Or if you just want to, again, create that value-based driven post, or just share like a lifestyle post or a good quote, you can do that. You can go put that on your page, and you can go select that post from here. And when you do that, just drive traffic from, you know, Tony Robbins or someone in that personal development niche or whatever niche you're in. And you're going to start seeing people liking and engaging on your post. And I guarantee you, with $5 and you put like, you know, posts like I'll go back to my page, but if you put a post like I did, you know, the dream about seeing the impossible, you put a post like that up and you target personal development, or you target, if you're in your health related niche and you put up a motivational quote about health, and you target something like bodybuilding.com or women's or health and men's fitness, and you just target that one keyword and you upload that ad, I guarantee you will have 100, 200, 300 plus likes on maybe, you know, $5 or $10 spent on that ad, you know, people just clicking and engaging on your post. But the reason why I like, you know, people coming through the story so much, and why I like using story marketing so much and bringing people to my page through, you know, value-based posts, through quotes, and through these pieces of material, is because it builds a relationship with them. So when they're meeting me, they're already getting some sort of information that can impact them in a great way. They're getting something that they can take from me and they can start applying to their own life. So literally, once you create this information, you run, find an audience that you really love and that you really want to speak to and that wants to speak back to you. All you have to do is click that review changes button and, you know, continue. This is going to upload. It's probably not going to go. It might go through. We'll see. I'll cancel it. But once you upload your ad, it'll apply the changes. So yeah, this is actually going. So it's going to run the ad, upload the ad, and away we go. But once, you know, you're all finished setting up your ad and you click that green button, you're now going to have, I'm going to delete this so it doesn't, oh no, that's not even the ad, but I'll go in there and delete that form afterwards. But that ad set up and running, now you literally have, you know, an audience that's being built on your page. So remember, anybody who comes to your post, anybody who goes to your page, likes it, you know, goes through your funnels, you're able to capture that audience in all different areas. You know, Facebook has a cool thing called pixels. You know, when you start diving into ads, look into that. It's something that's just, again, they have all the information on Facebook. You can find it in Google how to use it. But again, you're going to be able to capture, you know, your audiences. You're going to be able to build, you know, a relationship with your, your perfect niche and your market in a really cool way. And you're just going to be able to create like an endless flow of leads and sales into your business. Because even from this, even if you didn't have a sales funnel, we've built, we've generated like over 6 figures without a sales funnel, without having a website or sales funnel, running a simple ad to your page. You know, like that one you just saw, that opportunity ad that I created for network marketers, that can go to just direct messaging you, having people send you a message on your page. And just from that, having people reach out to you and send you a message on your page, that's huge. You now have somebody that connected with you, reached out to you, and asked, you know, for help to whatever problem that you're there to solve, you know, in their life. So when you're able to have that sort of authority and that sort of position, now you have people coming through you, you know, just through whether it's, simple posts, or whether through it's the story, or whether it's through, you know, different types of, you know, ads. It's just, you know, the basis of having, you know, this fan page and just applying, you know, the simple things that I kind of went over in this, that I went over in this webinar. You're going to start to see massive results in your business. And it's just following, you know, taking one marketing tool and one marketing platform and just mastering it. So like I said, I myself, you know, I picked Facebook, and for me, I set everybody up on Facebook that I work with initially. It's like the #1 platform, the quickest to get up and running, you know, set them up with a fan page, help them, you know, craft a story ad, you know, put that together and literally, you know, take them from where they are and help them create a celebrity presence for themselves. And that's something that I've mastered for myself and that I've mastered for, you know, my clients and my business, and something that we've just done, you know, a really great job at to create, you know, massive results in people's lives. And as you can see, you know, Daniel, you know, started off 5 months ago. He's been working with us for about 2.5 months now, and he's seeing just, you know, great results in what he's been doing just through, you know, this process. And I think that's, you know, pretty much all I have to cover in terms of, you know, going over the actual structure of it and through the process of it. Let me just see here if, so who thinks that they can do this? So literally, let me just go over to my other screen here. Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. All right. I guess it doesn't want to load my screen. Okay, cool. So who thinks they can do this? You know, building a simple fan page around a brand, product, or service or niche. Two, build a simple funnel, whether you have a website or not, around your brand to drive traffic to. And if you don't want to use a funnel or don't have a funnel, how many of you think you can write a simple post that's targeting your audience that can literally just get somebody to send you a message in their inbox? Or three, create an ad and send targeted customers to your offer, or just to your value-based post like I showed you, creating a simple ad, setting it to one keyword, for example, Tony Robbins, and whether that's, a quote ad or whether that's creating a story ad, be able to just target that audience with that ad and place it. So how many of you think that you can be able to do this? So that's everything that I have to cover in terms of, placing ads on Facebook and using this funnel that we've created, to generate, well over 7 figures online. And I'm excited that I got to share that with you guys today. If you guys have any questions, Daniel, I'm pretty much finished up here with the slides. I think, so yeah, I think I'm pretty much finished up here with the slides. Sorry guys, let me just, cool. So yeah, who thinks they can do this? So if you guys have any questions or comments, just start writing them in the chat box. But my company and what we do, we offer a simple funnel done for your service. So this isn't for everybody, but I like putting this out there because we do have a great audience that we work with, or a great client base that we work with. And this is for a specific, this is for specific people only. So if you have an existing business that you want to drive consistent leads and sales to through Facebook advertising, this is perfect for you. If you want to learn how to leverage systems to automate your entire marketing process so you can spend time doing the things that you love. So me personally, that was spending time with my family and traveling the world. So setting up those automated pieces that you saw, from the Facebook fan page to to the funnels, to I'm actually setting up an automated email auto-response sequence as well, where people get followed up with automatically. So if you want to learn the same information, I'm now able to charge businesses 5 and 6 figures a year to get access to. And this is really cool, taking this information, mastering, you can now go out and actually go to businesses and be able to provide the same skill to them yourself. And if you want the entire lead generating system built out for you and with you, and create a business and life that you are truly passionate about. So what you're going to get with this is a simple funnel. So the exact funnel myself and my clients have used to generate 6 and 7 figures, as much as $150,000 in one single month, using these funnels. You're going to get high converting ad copy and templates that have generated over $500,000 this year. And you're going to get a carbon copy implementation of our personal high converting Facebook ad campaigns. So what we're also going to offer is you're going to get my Facebook ads course. You're going to get Travis Holder. He's my business partner. He's generated multiple 6 figures using Instagram. And this training alone that for Instagram is still generating like crazy amounts of results, like massive results in the marketplace. After he released this like 2 years ago, it's really cool to see. We're going to give those away completely free. And my intention over the next 90 days is to help you start 2017 by getting rid of the old and start living in the new. So at the end of the 90 days, I want you to have a profitable business that you are passionate about, whether you have a current business or none at all. So the breakdown of the simple funnel, this package is designed to set up the businesses for success and help you, or set you up for success with your business. So number 1, the foundation, set up your whole Facebook fan page the proper way. Number 2, the automation, creating that custom branded funnel for you from start to finish. As you saw, we did for George, and we've done for Daniel. Number 3, the catch, professionally designed ad copy, that whole story structure that you're talking about. We completely craft that for you with our incredible writing team. We have a celebrated writing design team. We craft all of that for you. My story alone, like I said, my one story that I used generated $150,000, spending $7,000 on Facebook ads. So they are an investment. They're a massive investment. I can't stress that enough. And number 4, the reach, the 14-day ad placement and ad management. We want to get you up and running. We want to have ads, test the markets, get you up and running, get you seeing results, and get leads and sales driving into your business before we hand your business off to you. So this is, for, specific people only. So how do you get it? This offer is available on this webinar only. So we actually we only work with a handful of clients, and we've literally opened up, 10 spots, going into 2017 for new applications that we want to work with. And so if you are interested, in working with us, you can go to www.helpmegetmoreleads.com. I think it's there. Yeah, apply now, and you can just fill out a simple application. So there's no strings attached. Like, this is just filling out a simple application. What this is going to do, if you do qualify, for this service, you're gonna get a free call with one of our personal coaches who will just break down your business for you and deliver a ton of value to you on that call and help you just craft a game plan for yourself to really crush out 2017. And this is whether or not you decide to move forward with services or not. So it's just a really great opportunity for those of you who are ready to take that next step and really set yourself up for 2017 and get access to those same things that people are using right now to be able to create that success in their business. So if you guys are interested, click that, or you can go to that link and you can fill an application and you'll get one of us on the phone. And it's really that simple. So I'm pretty much done now with the slides. That's everything I have to cover for you guys. So Daniel, if you want to come back out and we can tie it up if people have any questions or if you have anything that you want to add.
Holy shit, was that a good amount of content.
So I'm sorry. It's like one of those things, like even for me, like I have to catch myself sometimes because like I can go on for days with this content. So I think you guys can see me now. There we go. Cool.
Yeah, we got you.
So hopefully there's a replay of this that people can watch because there's a lot of content in there. But if you take that and you start going through it, I mean, you can start seeing some pretty epic results with it.
Yeah, I think, hold on a second here. All right, let's see. All right. Go in your microphone there. I don't know if, sorry, I'm looking at some of the questions over here. Yeah, dude, I have a ton of questions written down, so we'll go through the Q&A. But favor, just mute your mic and then unmute it, and I just want to see if that eliminates the echo that I'm hearing in my ear here. I kind of want to recap something here, a couple of things that obviously that content was absolutely fucking amazing. So thank you for taking everybody through that. And there's a lot of questions about Joel saying that we should pay for that content. So it's pretty valuable. But you know what? Awesome. Nick and I have said this before on our other webinars, guys. I mean, this is what we do every single Thursday. I mean, we're here to give you guys just a shit ton of value, whether it be list building with Grady, like we did a couple weeks ago, or last week with Josh and video marketing, and this week, obviously, with Facebook advertising. This is what we're going to do every single weekend. So, I mean, if you guys want to just rock your freaking business into 17, then just keep hanging out with us, man. We're just going to keep spitting out the value. So hopefully you guys will, be able to just kick some ass. And like we're talking about here with the Facebook ads, I guess I'll just give real life examples. I've been working with in their team in Light specifically. I've been working hands on hand with one-on-one with Lisa, who I know I saw her chime in earlier on the she's still on, but like Brian's right hand when it comes to the team here, and she helped me craft my story, go through the hypnotic story structure and create my ad. And it's literally been 64 days, so literally just over 2 months now that we've been running ads. And when I first got into Digital Altitude, I went really, really big with, and it was all about quantity. I mean, I drove a shitload of leads, 5,000 leads I got, but I didn't really get the results in the back end as far as sales that I was looking for. So I shifted gears, and I knew that Nick was having very, very good results using Facebook ads. So I got hooked up with, and it started out, it was just kind of like, if you guys picture like like in the corporate world, if you guys either like an office or retail or whatever, and they have like a 401k package. When you start building your 401k, it's like when you start to retirement, and it just starts very, very slow, and it starts to build up, and you see that kind of scale up over time. Just the last 2 months, that's kind of what it's been doing. So I started right off the bat, like I think it was within like the first day of running the ad, I started getting a couple of leads, and then so I was averaging, single digits for the first few days, and that slowly started to build up. I mean, now I'm literally averaging, on average, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but on average about 25 to 30 leads per day from literally, one Facebook ad. And with that 30 leads per day on average, if I look back over the last 30 days, I'm sponsoring 2 to 3 people into my primary business, Digital Altitude. I'm sponsoring 2 to 3 people per day. So let that sink in for a second. With one Facebook ad, one Hypnotic Story Structure Facebook ad, over the last 2 months, I'm sponsoring now 2 to 3 people. So not 2 to 3 people per week, 2 to 3 people per day. So guys, I can tell you that it works. It totally works. So you guys got some value from what Brian took you guys through. And if you guys want to run the ads yourself, awesome. If you guys want to use their service like I've been doing, then I mean, holy crap. I mean, it's been working. And, Brian and I and Lisa have been talking about some of the details and some of the long-term goals where we want to be 90, 120, 180 days. We're talking big scales, we're talking 50, 60, $70,000 a month is where we're headed. Pretty exciting. I'm just really thrilled to be, just part of this team and part of this group. And I also want to throw in one note too. The 2 trainings that were in there, one was your Brian, your course, which I went through and I got a shitload of golden nuggets from, which was very similar to what you just took us through, but is a little more in depth, a little more in detail. And also with Travis's, I have 4 Instagram accounts. At this point, over 15,000 followers across those 4 accounts. I'm not total beast mode like Nick is. I mean, he's well up over 100,000 followers, I think, across like 6 accounts.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he friggin' kills it, man.
Yeah, that's crushing it. Those some solid
really
numbers.
Cool. I think what I learned most about Travis's course was the fact that with all 3 of my accounts, I was just going so broad. And I'm actually going to be kind of like, you mentioned earlier, learn, do, teach, or I like to use ILT, invest, learn, teach. But basically taking what I've learned from course, and I'm going to do a hangout probably at some point this weekend and teach a lot of people some of those techniques as well. I don't want to give the whole farm away, but Travis talks a lot about targeting, and some of the stuff that I learned in his course, I took one of my accounts just as a test, and I went after a very specific niche and even a specific company, not even just a specific, like an MLM. I went after a very specific company. So all my hashtags, all my posts, all my pictures, how I phrase a picture, using the Over app and actually putting words on the picture. Long story short, as I use some of that techniques and I use some of that targeting. 3 weeks, I've sponsored 3 people into Online Sales Pro just from that one Instagram account, from what I learned from that. So really, it's all about targeting. So just like, we learned about targeting with the Facebook ads, I did the same thing with Instagram, Travis's course, and now I'm getting results with that. And literally just 3 days ago, I started a brand new Instagram account, another affiliate that I got signed up with, another Instagram software that helps like, post, comments, follows, and all that stuff. Again, targeting a very specific niche, and I already got an affiliate commission literally within 48 hours. So it's all about targeting. All right, so that being said,
targeting.
Yeah, dude, I got a shitload of questions, so I'm gonna try to get to all of them here. Cool. So we'll start going through. I know a couple of times about audiences, about custom audiences. Kind of interests versus behaviors, and kind of like 1, 2, and 3. I think 1, 2, and 3 levels, or 1, 2, and 3 tiers. I know the question was a way back, but if you could explain, Brian, a little bit about custom audiences, and I know you kind of like just a little more in detail, and kind of explain like the interests versus behaviors.
Yeah, for sure. So it's really cool how you brought up tiers, because that's exactly what it's called in Facebook. So you have 3 different tiers. You have your behaviors, you have your interests, and you have your demographics. So each one of those tiers, typically, you know, a lot of people, you can complicate it and say, if you really want to narrow into it, you could technically, you know, choose a behavior, demographic, and an interest, which would both be like, you know, you'd be choosing Tony Robbins, you know, somebody who is, you know, Tony Robbins, someone who likes personal development, Tony Robbins, who's a father of 2 kids and some behaviors, and just got back from vacation 2 weeks ago. If you want to get that specific, you can. So you literally have like 3 different, if you're, you know, you have 3 different tiers that you can target people from. But what you want to do when you use these tiers is only use one of them at a time. So a big mistake people make is that they try to target too many. They try to, you know, pick too many of these tiers to market to, and they really try to define their audience too much. But what's happening with Facebook is when you define an audience way too much too, you start competing with a lot of other companies that are really looking for that same sort of customer as well. Because a lot of companies are really doing niche, like really targeting as well. So it's I know it's hard to explain, but when you have the way that we market on Facebook, like even though it's targeted with your you know, your age group and the interests, it's still a much broader range when you only target through one specific tier. And my favorite is interest. So interest is more of, like we said, it's a keyword based tier. It's completely interest based. So this is something that if you have an interest, or you're talking about like going to yoga classes, or, you know, you want to eat healthy foods, or you want to lose weight, or you want to go on vacation, you know, it could be about, you know, going to, you know, it's literally, it's like conversational based, like interest and stuff that, you know, you personally are, you know, and whatever that is. So if you enjoy reading books by Tony Robbins, then, you know, again, we're going to choose Tony Robbins. You know, behaviors is going to be things that you are actually, you know, actions and things that you're doing in your own personal life. So that could be, you know, you're looking to buy a house in 2 weeks, or maybe you sold your house 2 weeks ago, or, you know, you're looking to get engaged or married, all that kind of stuff. So it's actual behaviors and actions you're taking currently in your own life. So that could be going on vacation. Cool part is you can target people who just got back from vacation, you know, 2 weeks ago, or going on vacation in a week. Or you can target people, you can say, hey, happy birthday, and target people who only have birthdays on the day, and really create a birthday post to millions of people who have no idea who you are, yet, you know, you're showing up on your page with this crazy birthday post. So it's that type of targeting within, you know, the behaviors. The demographics are, again, if you want to target people who work for specific companies, if you want to target people based on household income, you want to target people based on, you know, the number of people in their household. So it's just, you know, it's just a different, it really is, you know, a choice within your own self of really how you want to go about and reach the audience that you're looking to reach. But if you are like just getting started, if you're marketing products, affiliate products online, you have an online business, I highly just suggest sticking to interest. That's going to be your best bet. Produce the greatest result for yourself.
All right, cool, awesome, thank you. Earlier, I literally have, I don't know if you guys can see, I've started writing all the questions down. I'm already on to the second sheet, so we could be here for a little bit, but guys, hang tight.
Yeah.
Questions. So Brett asked, did you first start selling when you first got started? Like what whether it be affiliate or what specific product?
Well, I got started with an opportunity at first. I was in Empower Network, so I was doing the Empower Network opportunity at first, but what I saw real success with wasn't Empower Network. It was when they released the iPass system, which was very similar to Digital Altitudes. So very similar, you know, how people are brought in through the system and how just they're engaged throughout it. So that was what I saw success with first, was again doing like a home-based business opportunity. And the reason why I saw success, and I do recommend this to a lot of people getting started first online, just because you have a platform and you have a business already set up for you. You don't have to go create your own products, services, all this kind of stuff. So if you are first starting, I highly recommend either selling like a high converting affiliate product already, or just like a home-based business opportunity that has a good system in place like Digital Altitude.
Awesome. Oh, I think I got to make sure I phrase this correctly. I know Norm had asked about the blog website, probably about getting people from probably from the blog over to Facebook ads, or maybe from the Facebook ads over to the blog.
Yeah, so with like Weebly.com, you can create a blog there. It's free to create one, but then you have to pay, I think it's $18 a month or something to have it all hosted. But it's an easy website creator. Number one, I recommend, point and click, very simple to use. and it's a full HTML-based blog, so search engine optimized, tons of cool apps. Like literally, if you want to create a website, that's what I recommend using. We create all our websites through that now. But you know, with their blog app in there, once you actually write a blog, you can just take the URL of the blog and post it in like the post box on your Facebook fan page. And when you do that, it'll auto-populate, you know, the blog, the name of the blog, and like the picture. Like if you put a picture in the blog, I highly recommend putting a picture related to the blog in the blog post. That'll auto-populate on your fan page, and you can just post that to your fan page. And so, you know, if you have an audience on your fan page, when you post it, a certain percentage of people will see it, so they have the option to click on that. When they do, obviously they'll be taken to the blog. The second option is, again, posting, you know, the blog to your fan page, the link to that blog, and then running a simple ad to it, like I just showed you in the training, to the audience who would most likely, you know, obviously want to read that content. And when you can direct people steps, those 5 steps to this, 3 steps to that, you know, with whatever niche it is, they're highly, the engagement on those things are just crazy. And you can, you know, we did a dating one. We just did a dating website called like the Gentleman's Dating Review, and ran just a simple blog post. And in 1 week, you know, we spent $15 and had like 2,000 unique views to the site. So the cool part about this is when you get into more advanced Facebook, you know, marketing, you can then, you know, with the pixels that Facebook has available, you can retarget people with Facebook ads that visit those pages. So the purpose of getting people to your site is to see your content, but also build a relationship with them. Like obviously they read your content, you're going to build a relationship, but then retarget that audience, you know, with Facebook ads, you know, with products or services that are related to whatever, you know, that blog post was speaking about. So whatever niche you're in, you want to write to that audience, and then you can retarget them, you know, say with an ebook or with some sort of value-based post or with that product or service that you're offering. But they've at least had some sort of connection, some sort of value, you know, driven to them first.
Okay. Just real quick, I think Norm was saying, what was that blog site again?
Weebly.com, so WEEBLY.com.
All right, awesome. I guess if you could just quickly and basically describe, Brent asked, what is a pixel?
So if you go into your Facebook Ads Manager, pixel is just a piece of code that you place on your website or like your funnel or your funnel page. So the capture page you saw, all that does is collect information and send it to Facebook. So anybody who goes to your website or to your pages, it collects as an audience in that pixel on Facebook. So pixels do everything from track somebody going to your website to tracking actions taken by somebody. So you can track everything from somebody going to like their first page to actually going, you know, through each step of your website to purchasing a product. And it can tell you when somebody's purchased a product on your page. We mainly use it for calculating leads and for Facebook to tell us how many leads have gone from, you know, Facebook to our website and submitted their information. So all that pixel is doing is sending information Facebook from whatever source it's on. So for us, again, if you have a blog, you have a website, you place your pixel on your website, and from there you're going to be able to do really cool things and get a lot of good information from the people visiting your website just through that Facebook, you know, pixel tool alone in your ads manager. But when you start getting into it, like the main purposes that I use it for is, again, creating lookalike audiences, building audiences off of pages that you're driving traffic to, like your website, which is a custom audience, or again, just retargeting or building lookalike audiences off of it as well in Ads Manager. But pixels, it's once you use it, it's literally just copying, pasting that code on your page, and they have a really good setup tool, you know, in the back office to teach you how to do that as well, probably better than me. So check out Facebook support.
All right, awesome. Let's see. Andrea says, after value, like after we give everybody value, how do we educate them about our products and then lead them into joining us in our business?
So this is where, like, you know, if again, it's just it's providing a like you can do this directly. Like the hypnotic story is actually the one where it does it, you know, it does both of those things at the same time. So it promotes I guess it provides some sort of, you know, it provides value. I mean, it shares your story with them. It gets them to connect with, like, you know, your own story. But then also by the end of it, it shows your ups and downs, you know, providing the problem to them. And then by the end of it is providing a solution as well. But you can do it in 2 different ways. So, I mean, you can do it by building your audience, you know, with, you know, through the quotes and value on your fan page and just marketing that way. That's how I build a relationship with my audience. but all of those people who have liked my page have come through my story first. So on the front end, my story to market that page. So somebody to like my page has seen my story. They've connected with me. They know who I am. They know what I've been through. They kind of, have an idea of who Brian Dixon is before, they see any more of my content. So the number one, if you want to, for any business, if you want to, especially with the business you're in, if you want to, be able to connect people to your story and provide a solution at the same time, then I would highly recommend, learning the hypnotic story structure. But if you're just creating, a blog post, or if you're creating, just a value-based post on your Facebook fan page, the next step would either be, following up with them through, retargeting again, or you can, again, just post a Facebook, or just post a basic post to your Facebook fan page promoting whatever it is that you're promoting. But you have to do it depending what you're into. If you're home-based business opportunities, you have to be very careful. Never promote any companies or anything directly on your fan page, or place ads with any companies or any of that in it, because it can get shut down. Facebook's just very picky about how you market to people, so you always have to be delivering value to the front end. People what you're going to find is once you deliver value to people, you're going to have people reaching out to you, connecting with you through messaging, going through your funnel. If you have the funnel set up, then literally you can just start sending people through your funnel once they reach out to you, or create, like I said, a post, with the story that has the ability to send people through that funnel. Through the blog posts as well. The easy way with blog posts is the simplest way. You can provide, again, 5 steps to this or 3 steps to that, or provide some sort of problem. By the end of it, provide a solution. Have a link in there to your funnel that directs them through the funnel, selling your product or service at the end of it. But it's really just taking that customer, and once you deliver that value to them, you can deliver it the same way. You can get them through Facebook, but I highly recommend getting something like ClickFunnels, or creating a blog, where you can, again, direct them to a piece of content or a website that you can sell them your product or service.
Awesome. Sorry, just checking them off the list here. Norman had asked, I know it was in the click down menu at some point, I think during the targeting. If you could explain just a little bit about traffic versus lead.
That's brand new, but traffic, I think, is just the old website clicks. They just created that. I've never even seen this. That was the first time for me seeing it, even placing ads today. That's brand new. So I think traffic, they said, within that, whatever it says on Facebook, when you go to the Power Editor, it'll have it in the description. Exactly what it says it does is exactly what it does. So there's no need for any lengthy description within it. That's why just keeping Facebook so simple, that if it says it sends traffic to either somewhere on Facebook or somewhere off Facebook, then it's exactly what it does. So I think it's just replacing website clicks or clicks, instead of only having the option to send website clicks to a website. Now they're giving you the option to send traffic to another Facebook post, or maybe a group on Facebook, or Facebook URL, that type of stuff. But it's just going to be probably the new replace website clicks there for you.
Awesome. Joel said, or was asking if you could explain a little bit about what is a lookalike audience.
Lookalike audiences, again, getting in with the, to the pixels. This is where the pixel comes in, and this is what really helped me scale my business. So, once you drive traffic from your story to your fan, from your story to your capture page, you can build a lookalike audience off of those visitors. So what that means is that, say you picked your Tony Robbins, your keyword, and you start driving traffic, from that audience to your page, to your website, whatever that is. You start building an audience on that page. So a certain amount of people are going to read your post, or going to read your story, and they're going to click that link, and they're going to go to your capture page and just go to that page. They don't have to do anything. They just have to show up on your website. So when they show up on your website, when they go from Facebook to your website, Facebook builds an audience around that. So what are those people? Those people are the most likely people to have gone, or they are the people who went through your story to your website, actually read your story, clicked the button, and went to your website. So those people, the demographics and the characteristics and the insights of those people are typically, the most probable of those out there that are going to go through and actually take the same actions of them. So with the pixel, all Facebook does, when you create a lookalike audience, I'm probably making it sound more complicated than it is. When you're able to create a lookalike audience, you can just take the link of your website, build an audience on Facebook with it in your ads manager, and then create a lookalike, which all that does is take all the insights of those people that went to that page and tells Facebook, hey, I want to collect all of these people's insights and go back out onto Facebook and find all of the people that are as closely matched to those people who went through, you know, whatever that they did and ended up on my capture. Now, you know, you have that perfect audience. You have that audience that not only, you know, you might have, like you said, Daniel, you know, there was a point in the beginning where you scaled up from, you know, single digit leads and now you're in double digits. That's because, you know, Facebook is optimizing that audience. So at first, you might be paying a little bit more, you know, in the beginning where Facebook now does this automatically with the pixels, but in the beginning, you might pay a little bit more for the ad, but if you let it run, you'll notice your ad cost goes down because Facebook is optimizing that pixel. And when you have a lookalike audience, it's doing the exact same thing where you can say, hey, I've built, you know, this audience around people who've landed on my capture page. Now I want to build a lookalike on Facebook, simple click of a button and have them go find those exact same people out on Facebook for me and drive them to my story. And that's the way we're able to get, you know, less than dollar leads for a lot of our campaigns, is really just optimizing using those types of audiences. So just look into lookalike audiences, especially for this. They're really powerful and a great way to scale your business.
How many people do you need to start a lookalike audience?
It used to be 1,000. Now you can do it as little as I think like 20. So, but obviously you want more people. So like the cool, like you can do it in stages, and like, this is where it can get more advanced. But you know, you can build an audience off of your capture page first. So you're sending people to your story ad, and then they go from your story ad to your capture page. You can build an audience off of that first because that'll be your biggest audience. Second, then once you optimize that, you can build a lookalike audience off of people that have gone to your bridge page, which are people who have actually entered their email address on your capture page. You can build a lookalike audience off of that once it's hit like a few hundred. Even 100 is a good number to be at. But you can continuously optimize based on where the people are in the funnel. And eventually you get to the point of like the checkout page and you're optimizing, you know, you're telling Facebook, hey, I want to go find all of the other people that match these people who bought products from me out on Facebook. Then you optimize for that, and then you literally turn on a ATM on Facebook. So it's a pretty cool process when you really get it down, you know, optimizing, you know, with pixels and playing with Facebook.
Awesome. Norm has a pretty, I think a pretty legit question here too. He says, what are the advantages to doing like a video on a bridge page versus doing a video right on the Facebook ad itself?
You'll get shut down. So it depends on what it is, because the value, like Facebook, you have to have, like, you can't, like with a bridge video, you're taking them from where they're at. Like, it's not really giving them any more information. So it's just kind of saying, thank you for like connecting with me and reading my story. And then it's connecting them to going to, you know, another video. So with Facebook, like, you can't just create a video to take them off of Facebook and go somewhere. You actually have to deliver some sort of value, or you have to at least tell, you know, the people what they're getting, or deliver some sort of content or value within that video. The only thing that Facebook cares about is, you know, creating the best user experience. So if you're giving, you know, you're putting a bridge video on there, which if they've never seen you before or they haven't read your story, you know, it's a very vague thing, and it's kind of one of those things that, oh, hey, like you don't know what you're getting on the other end. So Facebook doesn't like that. It's just very vague. So I know people have tried that and they've gotten results with it, but they've gotten shut down. I wouldn't recommend putting it directly there. The best way to do it, again, is either, you know, you can do it where, you know, if you shoot your story in a video and connect with people that way, and you actually give content, you're like, hey, if you want more information on this, you know, go to my website. That's different. But if you just do it in the bridge video way, that 30 seconds to minute or minute to 2 minute video, then that won't suffice enough to actually, you know, be able to be marketed on Facebook. But you can do the video marketing. You can create a story. You can create enough value in a video and then say, hey, you know, visit this link or visit my website, and you can create a call to action within that and use a video in that way. But, I just wouldn't recommend doing the bridge video directly on your fan page.
All right, cool. Brent was asking, landing, or I guess maybe using your ads account, what is the difference between versus what George did, where he called it Open Road Freedom?
Oh, sorry, what was that? I just, you cut out there right when you said the, it was right before George's. So
like George, he uses Open Road Freedom versus using just your name. What's the difference?
Yeah, we just, that was a different niche that he was building before. Actually, he's been building that page for probably like 2 years now. He had because he was in Power Network as well with me before, and he was running ads through my mentor. It was running basically similar stuff that we were doing. And he built that page over up a while, but he just went from using he was using his personal page at first. But again, if you market, again, if you get banned or you get something like, if you get banned, like if you get your Facebook or ad account banned, or you get something banned on your page, sometimes it's not a good idea to go use the same fan page again. So he ended up getting himself banned or something. It had nothing to do with us, but he got a post banned or something way back in the day. So all he did was use that page, which he had, ready to go. And it's just, it completely aligns with his mission and vision too. So you can create a page, around if it's something cool like that, like Open Road Freedom. He's all about freedom, so completely aligns with his vision. But he was targeting bikers before too, so it was completely all bikers. He was targeting that niche, and he actually had an e-commerce store and stuff that he was selling within that niche too, which is pretty cool. So again, once you build your audience within a specific niche, or once you build your audience around your personal brand or in a specific niche, then you can expand out and you can do all these crazy things and market all these cool different products.
Cool. I know, I guess Bilky, hopefully I say that right, Bilky says, what do you do if you don't have success? And I think I'll kind of chime in on that one, because when I first started running Facebook ads, I didn't really have any kind of success either. I mean, I had really just started out. I was like a month and a half into Digital Altitude, and really it's about that hypnotic story structure, or using just your own personal story and getting people to bond with you over your past experiences. And you don't necessarily have to have success, or what you can do is you can always leverage the success of other people too. You don't have to have your own personal success. And I know, Brian, I'm sure when you were starting out too, I mean, you didn't necessarily have success your first month or two, or even 6 months, but it's all about either leveraging other people, or specifically just making sure, get good at storytelling and get good at sharing your own specific story. And I know that's what, when I was working with Lisa and we were crafting my story, I think that it, between myself and my wife and our son and just everything that we've been through, we were just able to kind of take that story structure and really just spell it out for people. And it, honestly, it's pretty personal. And I think when a lot of people kind of identify with where I've been, and I'm not going to be able to market to everybody in the world, but that's, again, when it comes down to targeting, when you can kind of create some similarities with people, those are the people that you target and you go after, and you do that over time with building building your pixels and your audience and everything else. So Brian, I don't know if you have anything else on that.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, just like you said, it's all about, like, when I first got started too, I leveraged my mentor's story. So he made over $500,000, traveling the world with that. So like, it wasn't even about the money. Like, people, like, big thing without this, I've never actually like promoted, people always think, oh, I need results. I've never put a money post on my wall. Nobody's actually ever known how much money I've made. I've never really used that. I talk a little bit about that, in generating results, because it is just it's a physical thing that, is a result. But when it comes down to your story, that's the most powerful thing, is that people don't need results. They don't need monetary results. The cool part about even being in a home-based business is, and in this industry or just anywhere like online, is that you really want to just connect and work with people that you can relate to. And by, crafting a story, even people seeing you just step out of your comfort zone, being like, hey, I'm doing this differently, or I made a decision to do this or that, or hey, like, this is, again, just like, I'm doing this now, and this is the results that it's creating in my life, and I feel so much greater because I'm doing this. Sharing things that are inspiring and motivating, doing things like stepping outside of your comfort zone and actually putting that out to the world is one of the most empowering things. And not only for other people, but for yourself. Like, this is, again, just getting out of your own comfort zone, and you're going to recognize, like, when you put your story out there, how much self-worth you actually have, and how important you are, because you're going to have people connecting with you. I'm sure you, Daniel, have people reaching out to you through Messenger, through all different sources, really wanting to get more of your story and just be able to connect with you and just and have that personal connection with you. And that's without even buying a product or service yet. But like, it's so powerful, the way that you're able to bring people through a story. So I never want people to deny themselves of like their own story, especially starting off brand new, because I was there 2 years ago, and it was crafting that story. I crafted that story in it took me like 2 days. It took like 2-3 days, like putting my story together. And, by the last day, I created my bridge video. I set up my funnel. And, you know, by the next day I had like 2 sales come into my business, which is the first time ever in my life to, you know, have that kind of success in affiliate marketing. I've never had a day where I've never made a sale, you know, in 2 years, you know, whatever my business is. But it's just, again, just, you know, really own your story and really take power over it, and really take some time to really dive into your own story, especially if, you know, you want to build your business through your own brand. It's really something special. It's sacred. It's something that you should really, you know, really want to share with the world and get out there, because you're going to attract a lot of people. Again, a cool, and with your story, be careful, because whatever you put out there, you attract. But, you know, you're going to be attracting a lot of cool people that you're going to be able to help and be able to guide and work with, you know, along the way, which is just an awesome feeling.
Yeah, I think there's 100% truth in that, and I can see some of the comments over here in the chat box. I mean, people are talking about, like Mike's mentioning, you know, be genuine, produce value, people buy into people, and you build relationships, and I think that's 100% accurate. And I can tell you that from because I was literally just talking with Lisa about this a couple of days ago. It was I think it was, I had 33 or 36 leads in one day, and I had 22 people specifically, and I remember, because I sent that to her Messenger, I had 22 people reach out to me personally and ask me for more info and want to engage with me.
Yeah.
Just from the ad. So, you know, 22 people in one day reached out and asked for more information and sharing my story. And I can tell you this too, that anytime I'm feeling like, you know, a little down or a little bummed out that, you know, oh, you know, I only had today versus, you know, 30 plus the day before. And it's like, oh, why am I not getting results? Sometimes what I'll actually do is I'll go back and I'll read my own story. Shit, that's a good fucking story, you know? And it's like, wow, we really wrote a good ad. And then it's like, I read that and I was like, all right, I'll give it another day. And it's like, and then the next day it's like 30 plus leads and, you know, 6 people sign up, and it's like, okay, cool. It works.
Over a year now, and it just keeps going. So it's powerful. It's just it's a great investment. And we've had we've already had, I think, over 10 people now just actually sent in an application. So that's awesome, guys. So really excited to connect with all of you. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up. So we've had 10 people reach out already.
Awesome. So we have, I think we got 4 more questions here. Daniel asked, so when you're, I guess this is more of like a targeting question. When you're targeting, do you find that you've had better results going after the personal development niche versus like the MLM or like affiliate marketing niche?
Depends on how you're speaking to them or in the context that you're speaking to them in. So if you are like, again, personal development, the way that I wrote my story, and even you, Daniel, or it's, you know, the story is written to, it's not written specifically to like network marketers. Mine was, you know, my story is written to people. It was really, you know, the story was written in a vast way. Like it wasn't really targeted to one specific niche, which is, again, the power of the story. But again, using Facebook helps you find the audience. But like my story was targeted, the first line, and how I talked about the hypnotic story, that first line is super important, because that's going to be your audience. That's your keyword. That's your market. That first line. So my first line was like, I can't believe that, you know, I went from broke to traveling the world full time in only 2 years by building a business online. So it went from, had traveling the world in there, or like working 9 to 5, had building a business online. So that's what people are going to see first, with a cool picture. So people are seeing that line first. So when they read that post, they say, oh, this kid's been traveling the world for 2 years, you know, went from working a 9 to 5 job and has now built a business online. You know, I want to know more about this. And then they go to the second line, they dive into my story. They get into like the nitty gritty stuff. They get into my story. And then, you know, by the end of it, they buy whatever it is at the end, or they give their information. But when it comes to the audiences, like I said, if you're going to speak to network marketers, I have an ad going right now into the MLM niche. Lisa, actually, it's funny, I haven't like talked about Lisa much on this webinar, but she is like my right-hand woman. She's like the powerhouse behind like running all these ads and everything. She is like a miracle worker. She mentored with me for over a year, like just working with me on ads, and she's just taken what I've done to a whole new level, and it's just, again, massive results. But you know, targeting network marketers, if you want to target the network marketing niche, you know, my first line was like, you know, unique opportunity. You know, I struggled for many years hitting the leaderboards in my network marketing opportunity. Marketing in there, then you go hit MLM or network marketing. So depending on the niche, like I would just like, again, that first line is super powerful. Depending on the audience you want to target, is who I'd go after. But personal development, the reason why I like that is because if you're looking for people, like again, I was looking for people who are ready to kind of make that change in their life, be open to like creating a business online based around their passions. People who never built a business, never been in network marketing, home-based business, any of that. So typically, again, people in personal development, they're looking for a change in their life. They're looking to make changes. They're open to it. They have an open mindset. People in law of attraction, spirituality, they're more open to, receiving new ideas and stuff like that. So I just found it was a really great niche to be able to communicate with people that understood what I was going through in my life at that time too, even in my story, because people looking for personal development are typically going through similar stages that you're going through in your life, looking for reading books to find that answer, to find that develop that mindset and go through that process you need to go through to become that person you need to become to create the results you need to create in your life. But those people, again, they're way more, it's just that great audience to deal with. And I find if you are like just using a personal story and you just want to hit like a wide audience, I'd highly recommend just targeting people in personal development. But put that in the keyword. The whole thing to that, if you want to go niche based, just put the keyword in your title within the first 2 lines.
Nice. I know. I think that that described it pretty good. And I can definitely say that over the last 2 months, I've been working hands-on with Lisa and literally communicating every single day. And she is fucking awesome to work with and really good at just kind of, exchanging ideas and helping me craft my story, and just always too constantly keeping me in the loop as to how the targeting's going, how the pixels are going, and just keeping me informed as to how we're scaling. And it's been pretty cool to see, like, we started at $35 a day, and now we're up to $35 a day in Facebook ads. And it's just awesome just to see that, the from literally like single digits up to like 30 plus leads per day. And like I mentioned earlier, being able to sponsor on average, 2 to 3 people per day into Digital Altitude is just awesome. So, I mean, she's amazing to work with. And I know you guys will be in Maui in March. So I can't wait to like actually like have a beer with you guys. It's going to be pretty awesome. So
some big goals. I do at 8:15 right now. I do have a dinner at 8:30 that I have to run to. But how many questions do we have left? We have 4 questions.
Let's see. Bilky asked about a share code. Are we able to get a share code? So I don't know if they were referring to the funnel that you shared earlier.
Yeah, the ClickFunnels share code. So I'll send that to you, Daniel, if you want to like. It's just a ClickFunnels share code. If he wants to use that. I can actually send it to you here right now, and you can put it in the chat. That probably actually works.
Cool.
So let me just do that.
That's as long as everyone has ClickFunnels.
Yeah, so that too, or if you go into, trying to see here, maybe the better for you to go into it too.
While you're looking for that, I don't want to keep you, but Norman asked, can you import everyone that likes a post into a database?
So you can't import people who like posts yet, but you can. What you can do is if you have a current email list, you can upload it to Facebook as well and target the people on your email list. But posts, like right now, you can't download any databases unless they have what's called a lead ad, like a lead ad in Facebook. That's a really cool way where it just generates the lead through Facebook, where it just sends you the person's information. It doesn't actually go into like an autoresponder connected like GetResponse or send them off Facebook, but it just generates Facebook. But that's the only way where you can download someone's information. But that's called through a lead ad, where it just populates like an actual ad. It looks like an ad, and they click, and then it provides like a drop-down box for them to submit their information, whatever it is that you want to get from the person, which is good for small businesses, and they're cool ads to use. But other than that, like you can't actually download like people's databases from like liking posts or commenting or any of that kind of stuff, or even audiences on a website. You can't download that. You just have to, you keep those on Facebook, and you have to market them, through Facebook.
See if we can hit, this is kind of like a 3-parter here. And this is the last question. He says, Jason says, where do you place your ad on your story page? And I know we mentioned earlier you can either do a dark post, so either nobody sees it, or I guess you could place it directly on your fan page. How much do you boost the story, and then how many fans do you actually need?
So you don't need, before you needed a certain amount of fans to actually market on your fan page. I just sent you the share code funny to your messenger there. When you're starting, you can post it. I would recommend, posting it directly to your page. Some people though, if they're posting to their fan page, they want to be a little bit more discreet and they don't want to have like the links on their story right away, or if they create a fan page and they invite friends with all this stuff, they don't want to expose their story to their friends right away. It can be a really big thing for people to put their story out there. But you just have the two options, like Daniel said, either post it directly to your page or do the unpublished post. But when I started, posted directly to my page. So it's the easiest for starting out too, because you're going to be able to manage the post there. You'll see it live, you'll see the likes, you'll see the comments, and it's just really cool. And it's a good piece to even have on your page just for authority when somebody sees your post. And that's the other cool thing. Daniel's post is growing. I guarantee you it probably has a few hundred likes, maybe over 1,000 likes, who knows, but it's going to keep growing. And the shares, I guarantee you, are massive too. My post that I did from last year was it's like 12,000 likes, like 10,000 shares. It's crazy. The comments on it, it's nuts. And it's organic too. So you still get leads from that post too, from people just organically sharing it. So it's just your option, going, either posting directly to your page or, keeping it unpublished, but it's completely up to you. And in terms of audience, you don't need to have anybody liking your page or anything to run ads now. I believe you can just set up a brand new page, open your ads manager, and place an ad.
Awesome.
And then it's just natural, people coming through liking your page. And then actually for newbies, this is a good way. So this is actually a really great golden nugget tip for people to build their likes when they're first starting out. If you're running just an ad to a quote, it's really cool because you can get people to like your post, but they won't always like your page. Only a very small percentage will go ahead and like your page. People on your fan page that like your post, and you click the likes, it'll show everybody who's liked your post. And then you can go ahead and click invite next to their name if they haven't liked your page yet. So you can manually go and invite people on those posts that you've posted on your fan page. And then obviously a certain percentage of those people will like your page, and you build your audience free that way. So at least you optimize your dollar to the greatest amount. So you can go ahead and invite all those people. And it builds fast that way. You can get to a few hundred people very quickly, and doing it that way. Just marketing small posts, just quotes, getting people through there, invite them, and then getting them on your page. So that's a little gold nugget there for you guys.
It's a super huge golden nugget right there, and I hope you guys wrote that down. So I think we're done with the questions here. I just got a couple more in the chat box, which I'll chime in on a second. I just want to, Andrea said, who is Lisa? And I just kind of said that Lisa, she's the one that literally physically runs my ads, and there's a team. So Brian is part of a team called Enlight, and it's Travis, Brian, and Lisa. And I don't know if there's a couple other people that I'm sure are in there, like Jordan and Matt and those guys.
Behind us, so we're just the front runners of it. So we got a whole team for you guys.
And literally, what you guys see here, this is the preview of it. Lisa and I have been working the last half on crafting my very first ebook, which is going to be a good lead magnet for me. And I read this for the first time tonight, and I don't know if Lisa's watching this or not, but it's fucking awesome. It's literally, and it's the first draft. And so I, went through it and just made sure that grammatically it was what I wanted. And it's really, what was really cool is it's really tailored to me and my family and my story and my situation. But it also gives a lot of value away, like Brian had mentioned earlier in the webinar about being able to give 3 tips to this or 5 tips to that. And when we created the ebook, things in there's 5 nuggets of value that I'm going to be able to give away to literally anybody. And we're going to build that into a sales funnel, which is really cool. But I know Andrea had asked, how do we get in touch with her? I know name of that website again. I think Brian stepped away. He might have had to go to the bathroom. But as soon as he gets back, we'll.
helpmegetmoreleads.com.
Travis, I hear you there, buddy.
It's right there. I'll just put
there he
the
is.
yeah, helpmegetmoreleads.com. I can actually throw it back up there, but that's
Yeah,
what it is.
put that link back up there. Just helpmegetmoreleads.com. And be able to work with Lisa like I have. If you guys opportunity, which I would highly suggest it, because being able to automate your business and not have to worry about it is so. Other than that, if you guys don't have any more questions, I think I have to let Brian go to dinner because he's probably
Yes. Sorry, guys. I
in
actually have a hot date.
Vancouver.
I actually have a hot date tonight, and I haven't had a date in a while, so I'm taking this one. I've been working too hard, so it's time to have some fun.
Oh, you already got your coat on. You're like literally ready to go.
I love hanging out with you guys. But I really appreciate you guys coming out to the webinar, and I'm really excited for those of you who connected with us and submitted the application. So like Daniel said, like we're just here to help you guys like just see results. Like my whole thing in my life, I just want to help people see results and really help people take their business and lives to the next level and just really help you ultimately accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish within your life. We all have different reasons why we come into this, why we want to do it, the experiences we want to have, the lifestyle we want to create, but ultimately at the end of it, we're just all here together, working collectively towards our dreams. So I just want to be able to help you guys in any kind of way. And if message me on my Facebook fan page, you have questions, you can connect with me on my personal page, and I'm always there to reach out and help. But appreciate you, Dan and Nick, for having me on the webinar tonight, and hopefully you guys got a ton of value. And I think my screen sharing with you guys. Hopefully you guys got a ton of value from this, and hopefully see you guys in another webinar very soon.
Yeah, dude, I think a ton of value is an understatement. I think you just basically just dropped the mic and shattered it into pieces. So awesome. I really appreciate you hanging out and teaching everybody that. And for those that are looking for it, yes, this is recorded. Yes, there will be a replay pretty much as soon as this is over on my YouTube channel. So we'll have that available. And other than that, there's the website one last time. If you guys don't have any more questions, which at this point I think it's too late because Brian's going to be he's getting hangry. We will just end this, and we will see you guys. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Yet another webinar, and give you guys even more value, and that will be the one that'll be our happy holiday webinar. We'll be ready to go. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. We had a pretty good size audience. We had a lot of questions and a lot of value. So love you guys for hanging out. And Brian, Trav, any more last words of wisdom before we end this? They might have already taken off. They're hungry. All right, Brian, you good, dude?
Yep, we're all good. I appreciate you guys.
Rock and roll, dude. All right, I'm going to end this. All right. Appreciate all you guys hanging out tonight. I hope you guys took some notes, and look forward to the replay, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.